All right. I don't know what's going on. My sound already has muted me twice, but that could be because I took my AirPods out. And for some reason, my laptop, hey, Muffin Mouse, my laptop has been disconnecting. I mean, I don't, it's so weird. It never did this before, but lately, if my phone's not on, my laptop will automatically just connect. What's up, JP? It'll automatically connect to uh, my AirPods. So weird. It never used to do that. It just started doing that. So I don't have a lot of time today, but I I got a few things. So I'll wait until a couple more people come in here. Hold on a second. I'm gonna open my email up because I ordered some stuff last night. So I'll tell you guys about that. And then boy, Ove, I mean, you're eating right now is on off the meter, Peter. It's off the meter. What's up? What's up, cool gamer? Um, you guys hear how fucking loud he is right now? It's like sounds like a friggin' pig. You go light a candle. Come, take a walk with me. Take a walk. Oh, I dropped the pencil on the floor. My son's pencil. All right. I totally forgot. Dude, when Jesse was in kindergarten, I bought a box of pencils from Amazon, right? Like the biggest box of pencils you could buy. He's now in 5th grade. I still have those pencils, dude. We're still working on the box. I cannot believe how many pencils I bought. So we're still working on the box. 5th grade. Anyway, like I have not needed to buy pencils his entire elementary school career. So, and trust me when I tell you we lose pencils around here. My son does at least. So it's a shocker. I am so mad. So last night I go to place an order for what I like to call the beefer scent. Right? I go to the website, I type the scent in, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I'm sitting here testing candles, like I have a whole plan for the scent in my head. And I'm sitting here testing the candles out. And sure enough, the scent is just completely out. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So I don't know if that's a temporary thing, but I'm like, well, this is a waste now. I don't know. It doesn't specify on the website, and I can't. I wrote to the company. I emailed them, so hopefully they'll get back to me and let me know. But I'm so upset because I actually really like the scent, but I had like a plan for this scent, and it's just not. It's not working out. It's not working out. I'm like, you gotta fucking be kidding me. I can't see them not making this scent just because it's like it's a what are you gonna? I almost said procreation. Jesus, Liana. It's like a recreation of a famous scent, you know? So I don't know what the hell's going on, but I was like, no. So I did order a whole bunch of other scents. One being the white cotton, the clean cotton that everybody likes. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning. So that's back in stock. I'm gonna be putting the clean cotton little candles back up at some point once I get that because I think I used most of what I had the last time. Like I barely have enough left to make another batch of candles, so I had to reorder that. So that's coming, and then I'll tell you guys the other scents that I ordered. Um, hold on. I'll tell you what else I got. Some of them I just ordered samples just to see if I would like them. So I got a big bottle of the clean cotton. I got uh bro, seriously? Seriously? We're doing this right now? Why don't you go outside instead of barking at me? Okay? I got sea salt and orchid. Now that might sound weird to some people, but hear me out. Because you're like, I said the same thing. I'm like, what the fuck does sea salt smell like? Does that even have a smell? Well, I smelled something very similar at Target actually. They had these candles and it smelled so good. It just reminded me of summer. That's the only way I can explain it. So I ordered that. 4-ounce bottle. So I think I'm gonna do a batch with those. Then I got this other scent called Black Sea. I hate when they name the scents like that because it's like, what does a Black Sea smell like? I have no fucking idea. But it got good ratings. I go by the ratings most of the time when I'm ordering scents because if a lot of people like it, that's good. That means that a lot of people are gonna like it, right? Jamaican Me Crazy. I don't know, dude. It just sounded good. I just ordered a little sample of that. I got a big bottle of one called Apricot Grove because that one got really high ratings. So it's like a fruity scent, I think. So we'll see how that goes. I'll probably do a batch with that. Beechwood, that one's really good. I didn't think I would like it, but it's like a driftwood scent, and it smells good. Solar Sands, have no fucking idea what that is. Coastal Cottage, those are samples. So I wish I could explain the scents to you, but so I got that, and then I also ordered a bottle of tuberose for somebody specifically that asked me to order it. So I will see how that sounds. That smells. I'm looking for more like summery scents because the summer is going to be coming. So yeah, I think they're going to be good. Like I'm not going to make candles of scents that I don't personally like. So, like fucking baby powder, like fuck you. Okay. If you like baby powder, I'm sorry. Fuck you if you like baby powder scented shit. You're crazy. You might as well just take your baby powder scent and your fucking pineapple pizza and just, I don't know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, but no, I'm not kidding because baby powder scent is disgusting. So, that's a scent that's never going to fucking be allowed in my home or come out of my home. I got rules here. I got standards. So, I'll never forget my mom got baby scented deodorant one time and I ran out of deodorant and I wore hers to work, one day. Bro, the whole day I was gagging. Like just I was like choking. Like, oh, it's so bad. And I'm like, how the fuck do you like stand yourself when you have this on? I don't know if it's just like maybe baby powder mixed with my chemistry that just does not, fare well or what the case is, but it was bad. It was just I was gagging all day. And I was like, never again. Like I'd rather smell BO than smell like this. It's fucking gross. It's fucking gross. So yeah, so I went last night through the website though, and I was just kind of ordering based on ratings more so than like on what I like because a lot of the scents that I picked out were not necessarily like things that I would normally gravitate towards, but a lot of them are fresh scents, which I think collectively, right, most people like. So that's what I was trying to do. I'm trying to find scents that I feel like a lot of people would like, So that's what we have going on there. Um, Pineapple pizza. I do have a pineapple scent that I just tried the other day, and oh my god, I like fruity scents. Some people don't, but the pineapple is really good. It's not like overwhelming, and it's a very soft pineapple scent, and it's really good. So, all right. Um, all right. Like I said, I really wasn't gonna go live this morning, like famous last words, right? But last night, I was in my garage. I was working on some things because I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday. I took the ride to Hobby Lobby yesterday, and what a failure of a trip. Half the shit I bought, I have to go return because it just didn't work out for me. I'm so mad. So I'm gonna have to take another ride back there. And then I went to Michael's. That was a failure of a trip. So forget it. It was just a total fucking waste of time, pretty much. But I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday and I ended up finding these two molds. One thing about Hobby Lobby that I'll say over like Michael's is like they update their shit like pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like they're pretty good at like getting new stuff. Michael's is like, okay, we have resin and this is the shit that we sell for resin and we're never getting anything new. Like I feel like they don't get like a lot of new molds and stuff. So I went in their resin section and they had these two cool little squiggly looking wormy candle holder things. So I bought those and they worked out. I did a test last night and they worked out pretty cool. So that might be going up on my website at some point in time. Right? So so anyway, like I think they're pretty cool. They're for pillar candles. So anyway, that was the only successful thing that I bought yesterday. I forget it. I don't even. Oh, and I bought paint. Well, that you can't go wrong with paint. But everything else I bought this little hole puncher thing because I needed a hole puncher that had made a bigger hole because for my trays I use this like sheet of cork board that's like has adhesive on the back. So I put that under my trays and I'm running out. But when I cut my trays out, okay, of the thing, I have like all this scrap left and I don't want to throw it out. So I use it to punch holes in it and I use the little circles as like padding for other things. But I just wanted a bigger hole. So I bought a little hole puncher and of course the cork doesn't fit in it. So I'm like, great. So it was only like a couple of dollars, but I'm like, why am I going to hold on to this thing like when I don't need it? What else did I get that was a fail? There's something else. I bought chain for Purple Rain's thing. That was a fail. And something else. I don't know. All right. Yeah, baby powder candles are disgusting. So anyway, so after I'm like come out of the garage and everything, and I'm like trying to relax, Alicia's live. So I turn Alicia on, and she's talking about, well, obviously her own experience with being, with breast cancer and chemo and feeling sick and everything. And then apparently Laura went live yesterday. Okay. And like, I am not fucking saying this to criticize Laura. So before her fucking haters come in here, well, I guess I kind of am, but I didn't even know Laura was live. I didn't know that her, that she even went live. So I'm trying to figure out what all has happened because people in the chat are talking about it, right? They're discussing it. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So this morning I got up, I fell asleep. I don't even know if it was the end of Alicia's live or after she ended. I forget. I passed out. So this morning when I got up, I turned Laura's live on because I'm like, okay, what was everybody talking about last night? Let me listen to it. So I listened to like about 10 minutes of it. And I don't know if I should just play it for you guys so you guys hear it or just let's just play it. Fuck it. Because Laura, I mean, look, I'm not this is coming from a place of like tough love, okay? Like what I heard, I'm like, dude, I mean, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Hold on. Let me grab it. And I'm not doing this to like tear her down or anything by any stretch of the imagination, bro. Like I don't know if it's a lack of knowledge, if it's complete ignorance. I just don't know. Oh, I see. Perplexed. Debunking lies. We'll have to take a look at that. I don't know, dude. I just don't know. It's like, Laura, you really need to start thinking, dude. Start thinking. Use your fucking brain. Hold on. Hey, the vintage looking vessel, amazing. Thank you, Remy. All right. So she gets this. She says her score is in her Anka score, I guess, right? Her Anka score. I don't know how you say it. Which is basically a score that they measure to see what your rate of reoccurrence is. And from your cancer reoccurring, right? And from that, they make a determination whether you need treatment, what type of treatment they're going to do, whether it's
to go through it to remember. That's why I recorded it though, so I have everything.
All right, so I only got.
But she was saying it. Most
Hold on.
insurance
Oh
companies,
my God.
including mine, will not
I can't shut her up.
cover a cold cap. Only two.
All right. I only got to this point this morning on 1.75 speed. So hold on a second. Oh my God, Laura, I mean this like seriously. When I say this, I'm not trying.
Let's get some stuff out of the way. I did when I dropped off a bunch of boxes at UPS. I asked them about where these packages are that went out on the 12th. They said they're in transit. I am so sorry, guys. I have zero control over it.
Okay,
they are there.
That is a fucking lie because how would they know where your packages are, dude? Like, you get a tracking number when you ship things out yourself. So why would you ask them? Like, you know how many packages UPS gets a day that they're going to be like, oh yeah, your packages, yeah, they're in transit right now. What the fuck? You have a tracking number. So you should be able to answer your own question, dude. I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure she uses the same shipping thing that I do called Pirate Ship because like everybody that owns a business pretty much uses it. But yeah, like it gives you a tracking number. It automatically emails your customer and gives them a tracking number, and then you get one too. So, and then I also have informed delivery through USPS, which is mostly I barely last time I used the UPS, it was a fucking disaster. They break everything. They suck. So, even if I have to pay a little more for the postal service, I use that because UPS is a disaster. It's just a fucking disaster. So anyway, uh, I try to use the postal service whenever I can. They've broken things too, but given the large amount of things that I have shipped through them, like it's shocking that more shit hasn't broken. UPS, I used them like twice and they broke. Like it just broke the one out of two times that I use them. And the USPS is usually cheaper for me. So, because I always get fucked with shipping. I always end up having to pay out of my pocket for some reason. So anyway, all right. I still don't understand shipping, bro. That's like a whole fucking it's a whole world that doesn't make sense. Because like in my brain, I would think like the further you ship things away, the more expensive it's going to be. But that's not necessarily how it works. Like sometimes you get shipped to like somewhere kind of closer to you, but maybe in like a weird mountain range or something, and like they charge more. I don't know. I really just don't understand it. So, all right.
There.
Oh, Shannon, yeah, UPS, FedEx is the absolute worst. Like if I'm ordering something and FedEx is an option there, I'm like, nope. I fucking hate FedEx. They're the worst service out there. They take the longest. Their tracking sucks. They're terrible.
I had also said that I've been waiting for a package from California since the 11th, and everything was shut down due to weather. I don't know why something from California had a problem getting here, but
is she serious? Because Laura, what do you think? They don't have bad weather in California too? She's like, I don't understand why that is. Like, dude, like Northern Cali gets cold, bro. Oh my god. I guess Laura thinks that like California is just like LA and like San Diego and that's it. I don't know, bro. She forgot about the rest of the state, but like, yeah, all the states in between California and where you live, Laura, a lot of those states are under like a sheet of ice, just like you right now. And so, like, planes, because a lot of the times they send packages on planes. And so, like, planes are delayed, flights are canceled. So, not like regular passenger planes, I'm talking about cargo planes. Sometimes the planes, they still get delayed and canceled, just like a passenger plane. So that's why it's the same thing. And then once it gets to like a distribution center somewhere, you know um it has to get on a truck, and then from there, they only have certain hubs that they bring things to. So from there, it's got to go from the hub to you or to your town or whatever, your local post office, to get sorted there. So, or a sorting facility rather. Then it goes to your mailbox. And so like all that is like truck driving. They got to put it on a truck. So yeah. So that's how that works. She's like, well, I don't get it. It's like nice in California. It's like, why isn't my pocket share? Like, seriously. It's her fucking thinking, I guess.
everything is shut down. So I am so sorry.
Like if your local post office is shut down for like a week, then you're not going to get your package. The package might have made it from California to here, but it might have made it to like the distribution or the sorting center and then got stuck there because everything's shut down. The roads are shut down. What does she think? Like when you send a package out, it just goes from like a plane to your house, like, or your local post office? I don't know.
But yeah, it's going to get to you as fast as humanly possible. I
If you could actually see the tracking, you would know that.
promise. Chrissy, my biggest apology to you as well, because yours went out the day before everybody else's.
I don't know, man. I had no problem. I sent all my candles out. Everybody got them because I could see the tracking in my form delivery. There was 2 packages that I had left yesterday, and I think they're supposed to be delivered today, which I just sent them out. So I don't know.
And
of course, in Laura's world, everything's different though.
And they say it's still in transit. So I apologize. I know it's not my fault, but this is like ridiculous. So,
well, it's the winter, dude. I mean, I think people understand.
We were in ice hell all last week. Kids are finally going back to school tomorrow.
I gotta speed her up a little bit.
So I did get my score today. It is not what I wanted. I don't even want to talk about it because I'm going to cry.
Look, I'm just going to say this. You could come for me. I am doing this out of a place of fucking care. Okay. I am not doing this to put her fucking down, this part of things, because this is why I'm playing this. Okay. I was friends with Laura at one time. I don't care for her now. I don't like her. I don't ever want to be friends with her again. But I also don't want Laura to die. Okay. That's the other thing. I don't want to see her fucking die. So I'm just putting the warning out there because I know there's going to be a bunch of people like, oh, well, I'm sorry. This is a tough love type of fucking live right now because what she's about to say is just extremely stupid.
But it's not good. And now I have a choice to make. Do I want chemo? My oncologist highly recommends it. I don't know if I want to do it.
Bro, what? What? So she won't say the score, which I find odd because it's like you're talking about everything else. So why not just say the number? You know what I'm saying at this point? Most of us don't even know what the number means. I know I certainly don't, you know? And Alicia's probably explained it like, 5.3 billion times to me. And I still don't fucking remember because I'm just stupid like that with certain things. But yeah, just say the number. What's the big deal?
They gave me all the benefits.
Yeah, Tiffany, if she wants it.
Benefits, all the risks of doing it, all the things that are going to happen to me if I do it. And I don't want to do it.
Laura, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Now, all right, I'll just finish playing this.
So I don't know if I'm going to do it. I don't know if the risk overweighs the reward. And I'm going to put I recorded everything, like me yelling at the doctors. I'm going to put together a video for my cancer channel. It's going to take me a little time to put together the video.
Because that's an awful idea. Okay. Nobody needs to hear you yelling at doctors. That's very unprofessional. We don't need to hear that. But Laura, I don't know where her fucking brain is at right now, dude. But I mean, if you're in a very good position right now and a very lucky position where chemo could actually fucking help you and save your life. My mom, by the time her cancer was caught, and my dad, both collectively, were not in that position. Their cancer had already spread through their bodies. They were already, stage 4 cancer, stage 3 or 4 by the time it was even fucking caught, okay, which is already bad, okay? My dad went through chemo, okay? He went through it. It was horrible, but it was hard on him because he was in such a bad state already, okay? My dad was already in a very advanced stage of cancer. So the chemo beat the shit out of him. And honestly, I feel like it did more damage than it did good at that point in time because he was in such a bad, stage already. Your case is completely different. You're in a very early stage, okay? And they're really just using it. They're not trying to, kill off or shrink anything or do anything like that. I'm sorry, well, they're trying to kill it off, but they're not trying to like shrink tumors or extend your life a couple of months if need be, okay? What they're doing is, it's like, the best way I can explain it is when, you clean with a Mr. Clean sponge, right? And you think you got all the dirt off, but it leaves like a white residue all over. So you have to go back in with some Windex and clean over that. That the Windex is the chemo. It's just getting all the rest of the shit out of there, if there's anything left. So like, you are in a very good position right now where, to me, the risk of, or the all the shit you have to deal with for the few weeks that you're going to have to deal with it is well worth it if it means that your cancer is going to be completely eradicated from your body. Oh
Yo, but it's me yelling at doctors. Like, it's pretty funny, actually.
There's nothing funny about that.
Plus, my whole conversation with my oncologist, I'm gonna like kind of, chop it up.
Why? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just play the whole thing? Why do you need to chop it up?
But they want to put me on. Hold on, I have my little paper here. All right, they want to put me on
I just,
4 rounds. So 1 day of chemo every 3 weeks for 4 cycles, total of 12 weeks. What? Where'd you guys go? All right.
Okay, those of you who are good at math, how long is 12 weeks? That is like such a short period of time, right? So that's great, Laura. 12 weeks, that's nothing, dude. Shit, I know people that have been on it for 6 months. 12 weeks is nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, total of 12 weeks, and it's going to be Taxotere, Taxotere, and something I can't pronounce. I guess it says a cytophosphamide, which in parentheses says cytotoxin, Cytoxican, I think. And then the other one is DOCETAXEL, and then in parentheses says TAXOTERE. So yeah, I have an email. You can email me. But
yeah, 12 weeks is 3 months, but you're not getting it constantly for 3 months. It's a few treatments, right?
I don't think it's worth it. If I do the chemo, then my rate of return or whatever, without chemo, it's 30% of reoccurrence. If I do chemo, it's 15%. I just don't think it's worth it. I don't.
Oh my God. Yeah, first of all, that's just lowering your reoccurrence rate, okay? That's a lot in cancer world. In, lottery world, you play in the lottery and you're like, hey, I got a 15% chance of winning the lottery when there's billions of people playing, millions of people, your chances aren't low. But when you're looking in cancer world, 15% is actually really fucking high for cancer.
I don't think that losing my hair, fucking up my skin, and all these other things are worth, a 15% margin. I just don't. So I don't see where this is such a benefit.
Laura, have you ever seen anybody die from cancer, dude? It is not pleasant, man. That's why I think I can't wrap my brain around this, because I watched both my parents die from cancer. And dude, it is fucking horrifying to watch somebody. And you would think that she just went and saw how sick her friend was, and that would scare the shit out of her enough. Okay. But like, I'm telling you, when somebody is that sick and they get down to their last days, dude, it is so fucking traumatic and horrifying to watch somebody die. And it is not pleasant. And it is painful as fuck. Okay. Yeah, they give you medication, but you're still in pain. Okay. Because there's breakthrough pain. And it is fucking horrifying to watch somebody die from cancer. Horrifying. So I mean, like, you don't want to do this, Laura. Like, I'm telling you this from a place of somebody who's watched 2 people I love die of cancer, dude. Like, you don't want to take that fucking chance, even if it's a 15% chance. Oh my God. Over your hair, dude.
Like, it's 15%. So my brain is going to explode. I've been crying. I've been thinking about this all day. I told my mom, don't tell me what to do, because it's my decision. I need to do this. Oh, you took Cytoxin? Yeah. And she said, she's sorry that it took so long to get the results. They got it in actually the 15th, and then it was closed all week. I understand that the chemo is temporary and hair grows back, but chemo is life-changing. You may never recover. And
all right, I don't know where she's getting this from, like this news from, that you might never recover. Yeah, if you're in stage 4 cancer, you might never recover from it. You're 100% right. There's so much science and evidence to show that women who have a low grade, low score, low stage cancer, who have gone through chemo treatments, have gone on to live completely fucking normal lives. Okay. after that. And then, yeah, might they have some little, lasting effects from the chemo? Might things be a little different after that? Sure. But things that are not, so bad that you can't have a totally normal life after that. I mean, dude, you don't know how lucky you are to be able to get chemo and actually have it benefit your life and help you, because there's a lot of people who get it, have to go through all the sickness, all the pain, all the horrible things, and then it does absolutely nothing for them. It doesn't even help them. So like, you're in a place right now where it actually can help you. And so the fact that you are just like, so like, nah, I don't think I'm going to do it because I don't want to lose my hair. And it's infuriating to those of us who have lost people to cancer, who wish they could have lived and got chemo treatments. Like, my mom didn't even get to start her chemo. She was on it for like, I don't know, a couple of weeks, a week maybe at the most. And it didn't even have a chance to help her, and she didn't even get the chemo. That's the other thing. She didn't even get the chemo that she really needed because her insurance wouldn't cover it. So like, what? Like, just baffled, bro.
The fact that I am, the way she explained it, and again, I'll put together the tape of it, but the way she was explaining it is because I'm over 50 and I'm postmenopausal, it's much more aggressive chemo than under 50, which scares me too. And like she said, you will lose your hair. You will have this. And I said, what about a double mastectomy? Can I just cancel the double mastectomy? I mean, can I just get a double mastectomy and bypass all of this?
Okay, again, what? Like, what? So you'd rather just completely remove your breast than be able to just, go through this temporary, because taking your breast off, that's fucking permanent, Laura. You can't fix that. Okay? That is not even like fixable, really. I mean, they could try to fix it, but it's never going to be the same. You'd rather that, a permanent decision like that, because Laura's always looking at a quick decision, whatever's going to solve her problem the quickest, right? Then go through chemo and then be able to have your breast still and have your, normal life back. Okay, you might have to go through a period of time where your hair is going to fall out. I'm sorry, Alicia went on camera last night and she looked great. She looks fucking fabulous. All right. I mean, with a bald head and everything, her skin looks great. Her, she looks healthy. She don't look sick to me. She looks great. She's like saying her face is swollen. Okay, you're on steroids, and it's not even that bad. You want to see a face that's swollen from steroids? I'll show you my mom after she got her kidney transplant. If you want to see a face that's swollen after steroids, okay, and then you'll realize that your face is really not that fucking swollen at all. But she looks great to me, and you could always wear wigs and draw your eyebrows in and do things to fix that. And again, it's only temporary,
And she said, no, a double mastectomy really isn't going to do anything. And I said, really? She said, yeah, it's because it can come back somewhere else. Double mastectomy is only going to make it come back, that it won't come back in your breast, but you can get breast cancer somewhere else.
Right.
So,
right. That's exactly what could happen. So you could get lung cancer and it could be in your brain. It could be all over the place. It could be in all different organs in your body, right? Depending on where it typically spreads to. Brain is one of the places that lung cancer, spreads to. And it's not brain cancer. It's lung cancer in your brain because it spread there. So that's what they're trying to tell her right now, is like, you might have a remaining cell in your body somewhere that broke off, prior to the surgery, or maybe even during the surgery, or maybe after the surgery. And it went to your brain, or it could go potentially to your brain, to your lungs, to, your lymph nodes, or somewhere else in the surrounding area. And then it could reproduce itself there. And that's why they're doing the chemo, to stop that from happening, basically. Or if it did happen, they're killing it.
But breast cancer and chemotherapy is also a multi-billion-dollar business. Yeah.
Okay, I agree with that. I mean, but still, you're in a position where it can save your life, Laura. So like, why the fuck would it? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble understanding this.
It's also a multi-billion-dollar business, and doctors make a fortune on chemo. Stop. You were so quiet all fucking night. He wants to sleep. Every time to stop. Most people get over. My friend was 70 and breezed through it. And if she said a mastectomy wouldn't help, then it's serious. Yeah, if she said a mastectomy would not help.
So I was reading her chat. All right, I'll let it play a little more. Hold on.
Chemo 100% suck. I just don't know if I want to do it. I don't.
Wow.
I feel like, all right, for those of you that have had it, do you know, because I can't figure this out, what is a quantitative single gene scores? Like it says my ER positive is 9.4, my PR negative is 5.0, and hers is 8.6. By the way, I'm hers negative. I'm not triple positive. I don't know why nobody ever corrected it. I am not triple positive.
Bro, all the follies that have happened along the way with her doctor, this guy, I mean, honestly, at this point, and I'm not trying to be an asshole, I would go for a second opinion somewhere else. This sounds so dangerous with this doctor that they're just like fucking all this stuff up. They got your diagnosis wrong. They got the size of your tumor wrong. They forgot to send your fucking onco results in. Then they took so long to give it to you. Like, bro, fire this doctor. This doctor sounds like a fucking mess. I mean, seriously, I would be fucking losing my shit like at this point in time.
I am HER2 negative.
I am a fighter stage B, and I don't think I would do chemo. I get where she's coming from. It's only 15%. Well, I don't know, man.
Thank you, Rhonda.
At her stage, though, which I don't know, dude. We can't get a clear answer where she's at. But, I mean, it might be worth it for such a short period of time, 3 months. That's nothing.
Another thing I flipped out on. I said, I thought I was triple positive. Like, no, we thought that at first till your second test came back. You're negative. You're
Bro, like, how do they fuck that up? I don't understand. These are just results that the doctors get, and it's either one way or the other way. So how do they fuck that up? I don't get it, dude.
HER2 negative. Well, thanks for letting me know. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm HER2 negative.
HER2.
Dog.
Dude, that is a huge mistake right there. Like, if you read about that, it's a huge mistake. Like that, how do you fuck that up? Like how do the doctors fuck that up?
See, I don't have a lot of time, but I have till Wednesday to make a decision.
This doctor just sounds completely incompetent to me, and I would be terrified to continue on dealing with this doctor. Like, you have to fire doctors sometimes, you know, not everybody that gets a doctor, gets a degree in, you know, whatever, goes to school to be a doctor is a good person or a good doctor. You know, my mom sued her doctor because he was a fucking negligent piece of shit. Okay. And he has about 10 other malpractice suits. The same doctor had about 10 other malpractice suits against him, and he was still practicing medicine. Okay. So what does that tell you? It's scary. Trust me. This doctor missed a simple result on my mom's blood test that could have saved her life and stopped her from having kidney failure. Okay. And he just overlooked her test result, didn't send it in, and she ended up on dialysis and having to get a kidney transplant. So, you know, you gotta really, honestly, doctors are not always trustworthy. I don't trust any doctors, you know? So if I hear something that's even just the slightest bit off from a doctor, I'm done. I will go find another doctor. I will find a doctor until I find a doctor that's good.
Because Wednesday I'm supposed to start radiation, which if I do chemo, I don't start radiation yet. I just
that's another thing that doesn't make much sense to me, because like typically they do one at a time. They don't do them at the same time. So if I can't see them scheduling her radiation without knowing whether she needs chemo or not. That just doesn't even make sense to me.
No. Hang on, let me get him some. Why do you bark?
I fired my first oncologist. He didn't do half the screw ups that she has had. And I remember you telling me about that on the phone, girl. And yeah, you know, if you got a bad feeling about a doctor and they're not doing, you know, they're not fighting for you, they got to go. This sounds so messy, dude.
All the time when I go live. You're like a child. What's the problem?
So she'd rather go through 12 painful, dehumanizing weeks of death from cancer than 12 weeks of medication. I mean, that's what it sounds like, dude. Agonizing, horrible pain. Yeah, then you know, temporary pain. Because wait, it gets better. It gets better. Hold on. It gets better.
No, I will not read. She explained all that. I would not need Red Devil. She explained all that to me. And she told me, the difference in the chemo. And I was right that this is like preventative, quote unquote, but I would not need that. I would not need Red Devil. She explained all that, which I knew I wouldn't. But she said, because I'm over 50 and postmenopausal, it does make it, you need a much more aggressive cancer. I don't even know it.
What? Chemo? Yeah, I think she messed up there.
Insurance charges for it. I haven't received a bill from my insurance company yet. I just keep receiving claims, but I haven't. The only bill I've received was like $19.
Oh my God, dude. If you have insurance, Laura, you're not going to receive a bill. You're going to receive the claims. That's it. An EOB, an explanation of benefits. The bill goes to your insurance company.
So I just, hey, Colleen, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if that 15% margin is worth it. And I just don't know. And I'm 53. I am not a child. I'm not 20. I would weigh alternative. I know. That's another thing I thought of. I thought of this before too. What if I do the radiation and I change my whole diet and I do like, cancer fighting foods and all this other stuff. And I said to my mom,
oh my God, no, dude. Oh my goodness. Those are proven not to work, Laura. Like, I mean, cancer fighting diets. It's good to do in conjunction with, other things, but that's not going to kill off cells or stop cells from dividing. You could cut sugar out and do all these things that they say, right, help you from like getting cancer in the first place. Like diets should be used more as like a preventative measure rather than like a treatment. That's not a treatment for cancer.
It's not like I have a tumor that they need to shrink. Technically, there's no cancer in my body. It is a preventative measure for reoccurrence because my reoccurrence score was high. No, she said it would. I asked her, Nan's life. And I even asked.
That's not 100% true, though. It's also a cleanup measure. It's going to clean up any remaining cells in your body if there are any, because, I mean, the doctor said it on the phone with her or the nurse practitioner, whoever she talked to, that, they can't see one cell that might have be sitting there still. So in other words, if your onco score is high, right, and they didn't get that one cell when they took your your tumor out, right? That one cell is going to repopulate aggressively if you have a higher score. That's how I would understand it.
It's not that high, Mary. I even asked her, like, are there caps I can use?
And by the way, they can't just do surgery a million times because it doesn't work like that. Once you get surgery in an area, it builds up scar tissue and they can't really cut right back into that area again. So like, it's frustrating.
Like I heard that you can use caps. She says insurance doesn't cover it. So
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but by this point in my listening, I noticed that she's brought up every reason for not wanting to do this, but except one that I would think would be most important to most people. And I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but just keep listening.
All right. If I don't get chemo and I just do radiation, then I'm looking at 30% recurrence rate. If I do chemotherapy with radiation, and both of those choices have hormone pills, then I drop it down to, I would think it was like 14. Yeah, it was around 14. It was about half of it. And then she tried to tell me that if I knew 20% of winning the lotto, would I play? Would I play lotto if I knew I could win on a 20 or 30%? I said, maybe.
I would. If it's only 20 or 30%, yeah, that's playing the lotto and that's my chances of winning. When you play lotto, your chances of winning are like 1 in a million, right? If you had a 20% chance of winning the lottery, that's a way bigger chance than normal that you would have of winning the lottery. So yeah, I would fucking play. I'd buy a shit ton of tickets if I had a 20% chance of winning. Because like your chances are probably like 0.0001 of winning the lottery, okay, or negative 20. of winning the lottery normally. But if you had a 20% chance of actually winning the lottery, holy shit. Yeah, I'd play. And shit, I don't even understand math that good. And I get it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So, but anything over 26 needs chemo or should have chemo. And see, you think it's a big difference. I don't. My notes are
I don't understand why she just won't say the number, dude. That's the part that's kind of confusing for me here because it's like if it's over 26, so it's either there's two reasons she's not saying it. Either her score came back so high that she knows that not getting chemo is idiotic, okay? And so she doesn't want to say it because she knows her chat's gonna fucking lose their minds and be like, what the fuck are you even thinking? But or I don't know. I don't even fucking know. It just does not make sense why she can't just say the number, but that's fine.
clear, Nan. I have nothing in the notes. See, I don't think a 15% margin is that much.
See, she's like, I have nothing in the notes. No. You have nothing that they could see on a scan. Okay. You don't know that though for 100% sure. Cancer is a sneaky bitch. That's what I think she's not understanding. Cancer is a sneaky little bitch. The way that it moves around and divides and fucking travels throughout your body and attaches itself to things. Like it's a sneaky bitch. So you don't know that for 100%.
Not to kill my whole body, my skin, my hair. She went through this whole list of things.
I'm sorry. This is where I started to notice that in all her reasoning for not wanting to do this is all vain. Okay. She's missing the bigger picture here, which is the thing that I would personally think of, which is something that I always think of.
Yes. Over 26. It's over 28 and under 40.
That's like, yeah. How old are you? I'm over 1 year old and I'm under 100. Okay. Guess my age. It's like, oh my God.
And then on the paper, it shows distant reoccurrence risk at 9 years is 18%. And group average absolute chemotherapy benefit is 15 to 95%. I don't understand that. But because I'm over 50, there's.
What do you not understand, dude? Hold on. Let me hear that again. But like, this is the part where I feel like, and I'm not saying this to be an asshole. Like, I'm seriously trying to, I'm hoping she'll listen and understand the seriousness of the situation here. But like, maybe she should bring somebody with her or have somebody on the phone with her or record her appointment and have somebody listen who kind of understands these things, like her mom or I don't know, somebody in her life that kind of understands these things this way. They could be explained because I get it. Like, I'm not downing her for, being confused and shit because it is like overwhelming when they give you all this information and you sit there and you're just like, you do have to break it down, which is why I used to record my mom's, doctor's appointments at one point in time. I started to record things because I'm like, while you're sitting there listening to it, it's kind of hard to understand. And then later on, you might have questions or you might, catch up on something that you missed later on. But like, you shouldn't be recording it just so you could put it on YouTube. You should be recording it so that you have a full understanding of what's going on in your body.
And group average absolute chemotherapy benefit is 15 to 95%. I don't understand that.
Wait, sorry, hold on. I want to rewind that just a little bit more so I can understand it.
Distant reoccurrence risk at 9 years is 18%.
Okay.
And group average absolute chemotherapy benefit is 15 to 95%. I don't.
Okay, so group average, so that when they do their they do this with all types of medications and stuff when they start doing their, what do you call it, clinical trials and stuff on medications. That's what they're talking about right now is like overall benefit for having chemotherapy. The group, okay, whatever the group is, I don't know what that encompasses because they didn't tell you, but it could be like women, ages 35 to 55. The benefit is anywhere from 15% to 95%. So like, I don't know what she doesn't get about that, but that's what they're basically trying to say, which you would need to see more of the numbers in that, what does that encompass? What does the group encompass? What stage were those people in? You know what I'm saying? But but they're telling you that it could help you. Basically, it's telling you that it could help you. There's a more likely chance it's going to help you than hurt you. Okay.
I don't understand.
That's what medicine is, right? Based on is risk versus reward. Okay. Risk versus benefit, actually. And it's like that's how one of my mom's doctors explained it. You have to weigh the risk and benefit constantly in medicine. Is the risk and all the side effects that you're going to get from this worth the benefit in the end? So science, science.
Understand that. But because I'm over 50, there's a benefit. But I don't know. I just don't know if it's worth it.
Oh my God.
30 to 50. Yeah, but it's a possibility. It's not a definite. It's a possibility. See, I thought of that too, Delicious.
See, like, since she won't say her Onca score, we'll never know what the possibility is of her cancer reoccurring. So, it just leaves it vague. I think it's being done on purpose.
Tinker, the doctor can't tell me what to do. She can only recommend, but it's $1 billion industry. So of course they're going to recommend it. I just don't know if it's worth it.
That's the only reason why. She's like, of course they're going to recommend it because it's $1 billion industry. It has nothing to do with science or the fact that, like, there are people who have had breast cancer who have not had to get chemotherapy. So if that was the case, everybody would need to get chemotherapy. It's like, oh my God.
Here's a benefit to chemo. You don't have to shave arms and legs. And she said it's like 3 months. I guess it's over 4 months if it's 4 treatments every 3 weeks. But she said, some people don't lose their hair.
It's 4 treatments every 3 weeks. That's really not that bad. I mean,
for the last week. Some people lose their hair immediately. But she gave me all the rundown. What if that 50% took away a chance to see your children get married and have grandkids?
Thank you. Dude, that's, bro, like 5 minutes before this was said, that's what was going through my head. I'm like, not once in here has she mentioned her kids, because that would be the first thing that would be on my mind, would be my son. I wouldn't even think about myself. I would be thinking to myself, because I do. I have a fear of getting cancer. Both my parents died early. Okay. My dad, I was only 25. I mean, he was in his 60s, but it's like, I don't want to put my kid through that at 25. I need to quit smoking. But I'm just saying, like, if I got cancer, if I found out I had cancer tomorrow, the first thing I would think about is my son, like having to put my son through that. And I would do whatever I could to not have to put my kid through that. Like, and I'm like, this whole time she's mentioned her hair, her skin, and all this other shit. But I'm like, and what about the other people that care about you, Laura? Like your kids, do you want your kids to have to go through this? And I cannot believe that it took somebody asking her to, like, put that in her head.
But I don't know. I feel like I'll deal with it then.
What?
I can see you, Captain.
Hold on.
What if that 50% took away a chance to see your children get married and have grandkids? But I don't know. I feel like I'll deal with it then.
Dude, what? Laura, as you get older, this is what they were also trying to tell you. You're 53 now. As you get older, your chances of recovery are only going to get harder, okay? Because your immune system plays a role in your recovery. The younger you are, the earlier they catch things, the better your chances are of surviving, okay? The older you get, the harder it's going to be to fight things off, okay? Like, I mean, that just kind of goes without saying, but it's going to be a lot harder for you to fight this in 10 years than it is now. So that's why they're suggesting that, okay, you're 53 years old. You need to do this now. Do this now so that you don't have to fight it later down the road. I mean, oh my God. You don't want to deal with this later, Laura, the older you are, when it's going to be more painful and you might have other problems down the road when you get older. Something else might happen. You're lucky to be 53, be relatively healthy besides this, your chances are just going to go down of survival the older you get. Your chances of fighting this just go down. What the fuck are you talking about? You'll deal with it then. You're going to die then, dude. I mean, sorry. I just put it to you that fucking blatantly. Oh my God. That bluntly to you, that's what's going to happen. And it's not going to be a fun death, dude. I promise you that.
I can see you, Captain. Yeah, for those of you that missed it, what she told me they want to give me is 1 day every 3 weeks for 4 cycles, total of 12 weeks. I hope for cancer. I think I have researched them. I've researched a lot. I've been doing it all day. I spoke to my one kid. I spoke to Sage. Sage agrees, don't have chemo.
No offense to her kid, okay? I'm not saying this to be, mean towards her kid, but how old is she? 18? Okay. How old is her kid? 18? She don't know nothing about life, Laura. Why are you basing your decision on an 18-year-old, what she has to say? Don't do that. She doesn't even understand, you don't even understand this. So I mean, she probably understands it even less. And I'm not saying that to put her down. I'm just saying that because that's life when you're 18 years old. You really don't know shit. You think you know everything, but you don't. So I mean, it's nice that she put her input in, but like I think if she really understood everything, she wouldn't be saying that. She's saying that based off of probably what you're telling her, which is completely inaccurate. And and I really don't think you should be basing decisions off of, what an 18-year-old girl thinks. No offense, but
Get yourself a great wig and a tight skirt.
and you know what? You shouldn't have even asked her, to be quite honest, because what if, God forbid, she says no, okay? Something happens to you. She's going to fucking blame herself for that, because I know I would. I'd be like, why did I tell my mom not to do that? 10 years from now. Oh my God.
Best diet ever.
19, 18, whatever it is, I mean, you don't know. You don't know. I know I certainly didn't. Even when I was 25, my understanding was not as good as it is now at 40, So
Now, because of my age, you have 14 grandchildren? Damn. That's a lot. I also asked her, like, what is the difference between, 15% and having, 40%? Why did they
in cancer, the percentages are a lot different than they are, it's like 15% a lot, dude,
say? Because all right, so breast cancer, and I knew this already from learning like over the course, but what happens is because I have breast cancer, if cancer comes back on my body, it's most likely going to be breast cancer, but it could be breast cancer going to my lungs.
All right, that's not necessarily true, because like people could get other types of cancer. They could have one type of cancer and they get a different type later on, and but because I'm assuming, I don't know. She said she did this on her own research. Yeah, it could return somewhere else. Absolutely. Because especially if you don't get the chemo.
It could be breast cancer going to my brain, but it's not likely. It's not probable that if I get cancer again, it's going to be lung cancer. What it would be is breast cancer returning to another part of my body.
Oh my God.
I know that sounds weird. I didn't understand it until I really started researching it. But yes, that's why, like, when you have metastasized cancer.
Where did she research that? I'm just curious. Like where I'm trying to understand where she would even have researched this. Because I don't know. I've never really. No,
it's still that same cancer. Like it's still breast cancer that goes to other parts of your body. So me having a double mastectomy will only stop the breast cancer from coming to my breast. It won't stop the cancer from producing somewhere else. But it's still the same breast cancer. And I'm okay.
Her doctor didn't explain that to her. That was her research. Because that seems like something that the doctor probably would have said to her yesterday when she suggested getting a double mastectomy instead of chemo. You would think that the doctor would have explained that to her, but she's saying this is her own research. I don't understand.
Hey, but I did get a lumpectomy. I got a lumpectomy back in December. So that's why the cancer is technically gone, but everything else is
the bulk of the cancer is gone, hopefully.
Preventative now. And I need the hormone therapy, which I knew I needed. I don't know why I haven't even started on it yet, but the hormone therapy, that is.
Oh my God, dude. You haven't started on it yet because they didn't know what other treatment you were going to need.
Is going to block the estrogen and progesterone. But when I was trying to read
progesterone, oh my God,
what the quantitative single gene score was, I didn't know. And I can't figure it out. And I tried looking online, and because
why didn't she ask her doctor about this though yesterday? Why are you being left to your own devices, Laura, to figure these things out? If you spoke to your doctor yesterday, Why did you not ask him and have him explain what that means to you? I just don't understand this.
Those, except for my ER positive, the PR negative is like on the lower scale, and so is my negative. My HERS 2 is 8.6, which is also on the lower scale, but I don't know what that means. I should have asked her, but I didn't.
Okay, so if you listen to the first phone call that she had with the doctor, that she goes into detail explaining what the HER2 is and all that. I forget because it was a while ago that I listened to it, but she goes into basically detail, explaining what it is and how it affects you. So it has something to do with the correct me if I'm wrong, if Alicia's still in here. Well, I think she's behind in the stream. But I think it has something to do with the rate that your cells divide or something like that. That the cancer cells divide.
No, that's what they say. That's what she said. You don't know if it's floating. I don't.
You don't know if it's floating. Exactly. And that's why they want you to do the chemo, to kill off any floating cells.
See, everyone thinks 15% is pretty significant. I just don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, it would be 12 weeks. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm worried. I'm petrified.
Everybody in her chat is understanding these numbers here and trying to explain to her. I see it. I see the people. How about getting a second opinion to see if chemo cuts it down to 15%? Somebody else says 15% is pretty significant when you're talking about cancer, though, just saying. Somebody else is like, it would only be 12 weeks. Like, because that's not that long. That's great. A lot of people have to be on it for like 6 months, like, months, a year. It's not that bad. 15% is worth your life. Yeah. Bro, like seriously, I mean, I can't stress this enough. Like, Laura, you do not want to die from cancer, bro. Like, I'm telling you, man, it is not a pleasant experience at all. I can't stress that enough, man. I watched both my parents go through it. It's horrible. Like, it is the worst fucking way to die. Okay. So, oh my God.
Petrified. I'm paranoid. I mean,
like, I'd almost rather just be burned to death which is also a horrifying way to die, than die from cancer, because it's a slow death, dude. It's not a fast death. It's a fucking slow, very painful, very agonizing death. It's not easy.
No, Crystal, on one slide, 26 is the mark that if you're over 26, then you have a, whatchamacallit? If you're over 26, then you need chemo, or you're supposed to have chemo. Ugh. A lot of people think it's worth it. I just don't know if it is. Whoop.
This is so weird. Look, everybody has a choice, quote unquote, right? But here's the thing. Most people just listen to their doctors and they're like, give me the chemo. Like, they don't even question it. They're like, this is what a doctor's telling me to do, and so I'm going to do it. You don't have to. You don't have to do any treatment. Nobody's going to force you into any type of treatment. You could refuse any treatment that you want, but you're going to have to probably sign some paperwork, because the doctor is going to have to protect their asses and be like, well, you're refusing this chemo. We're suggesting that you do it, so you can't turn around and sue us later when you die. Okay. And you can't turn around and be like, well, the doctor, let me not do it. Like, the doctors are doing everything they can to cover their asses so that they keep their jobs. So, I mean, you could refuse the treatment, but the doctors are going to highly advise you against that. And that's going to be in their notes and everything, to that patient refused treatment, highly recommended treatment, and the patient refused it just to cover their asses. I mean, you really don't have to do anything, but most people are just like, they trust the doctors and they're like, okay, whatever I have to do to get past this. So I've never really heard of a doctor giving you choice. It's not that you don't have a choice. It's that most people just don't question the doctor. They just go, they do what they have to do to try to save their lives.
Hold on.
This is so frustrating to listen to. What'd you do?
All right. I know, Johnny. Yeah, it's 4 treatments, 1 day, every 3 weeks for 4 cycles, total of 12 weeks. I just don't know if destroying.
Who's good at math? Who's good at math? Figure that one out. How many treatments is that? 3, 4? That's not terrible. All I just can't understand this.
My whole body is worth it.
Wait, what?
I just don't for 4 cycles, total of 12 weeks. I just don't know if destroying my whole body is worth it. Wow. I think it's too late.
Laura, I promise you 4 treatments. Yeah, that's not that bad. I mean, it sucks. I'm not going to say it's great, but chemo sucks. Yeah. But trust me, cancer will destroy your body in ways that you didn't even dream possible. Okay. Like my mom, for instance, the cancer was on her tailbone and it fractured her tailbone. And I've never seen somebody in that much pain in my entire fucking existence on earth, and hope to never see anybody in pain like that again. Cause she was literally screaming where you could hear her down the hallway in the hospital. And it was horrifying. Okay. I felt like I was in a horror movie. Like, cancer will fucking really destroy your body, dude. So I don't know, Laura. Jeez.
For that, to be honest with you. Sad but true. You'll never know if it was. Yeah, but I don't want to fuck up my whole life. Chemo destroys you.
No, it destroys you temporarily, Laura. In the long run, if you're in a position like you are where you caught your cancer early, it saves your life. Okay. It doesn't really, if she told me right now she was in stage 4 cancer and there was no chance of her living, okay, then and only then would I be like, okay, you know what? I might not do chemo at that point, because at that point in time, if you're telling me that I'm terminally ill no matter what, and me going through chemo, okay, an intense chemo is gonna, maybe extend my life a couple of months at best, I'm probably gonna refuse it at that point, because I know that it's just gonna make me more sick, just like it did with my dad. Me and my mom used to say sometimes, like, what would have happened if my dad never did the chemo and the radiation and shit? Would he have lived a little longer? Or would his quality of life been a little bit better, at that point in time? Would he have had a better quality of life for the time that he had left? When it comes down to decisions like that, when it's a quality of life issue and you don't have time left, then yeah, I totally get it. But you're in a great place right now where it's not being used to extend your life a couple of months or whatever, weeks, year, maybe, and you're going to go through some temporary discomfort, but you're in relatively good health. So, look at Alicia. I mean, yeah, she has explained to us that she feels sick at certain times, and Alicia's only a couple of years younger than Laura. So it's not like there's a huge age difference between them. Okay. Yeah, she's, dealing with pain. She also has other medical issues going on, but she's going to be all right. She seems okay. She's up, she's talking to people, like she's still able to do things. She's not working, but she's still able to do things. She's still able to have a life and do her chemo. So, I mean, it's totally, you're at a totally different stage than in a great place where it's a beneficial, really beneficial, and then it means, the possibility of it never coming back again. So, I mean,
it literally destroys you.
Temporarily, Laura. Temporarily, it does for somebody in your position. Not permanently, though,
I don't know why it's not fucking sending. There it goes.
I mean, you saw somebody come in my chat earlier, and again, I've never seen this person, so I have no idea if they're even being honest or truthful about what they said. But they're like, well, I'm in stage 3, and I don't know if I would do it. Well, I don't either at that point. I don't know if the risk is worth the reward at stage 3, whatever type of cancer you have. Do you want to live the rest of your life? Your quality of life is going to be, really bad because you're already really sick, and then on top of that you're taking this really strong medication that's going to make you feel even more sick. So what's your quality of life at that point in time? But you're not at that point yet. Laura's not at that point yet. Okay, she wouldn't have even known she had cancer. Yeah, exactly, JP. So all she's worried about is her
I know, missing. I do, and I love you guys for it, but I've been walking around like a damn fog.
All right, so Sweet One's in here. I am going to be brutally honest. I ran a breast massage clinic for breast cancer patients post-treatment. The ones who didn't do chemo are no longer with us. I mean, there you go. There you go.
All day.
The ones who did chemo, they were alive longer, and at least half are cancer-free 10 years later. That's a huge amount.
You should have heard me yelling at the doctor this morning. I went to my surgeon. I told the other girl, I said, I am not leaving until I see my oncologist. I want answers. I want my onco score. So she called the front. She called the back. She's like, Laura said she's not leaving until she sees someone. I said, that's right.
She's like proud of us.
Chemo is yeah, I'm getting radiation. That's it. Radiation and the hormone therapy pills for 5 years. I have no problem with either of those. It's the chemo I have a problem with.
Look, dude, like I'm not saying that you shouldn't have reservations about this or be scared, okay? Because I would be terrified to have to go through chemo no matter how long or short it is. So I'm not saying that because I would be scared and I would have reservations too. But at the end of the day, I would have to look at the overall picture, which I think she's kind of failing to do here. But again, if you've never watched somebody die from cancer, then maybe it just doesn't hit you as hard. I don't know.
She had the treatments and did just fine. Everybody's different. I could be fine. I just wonder if I change my diet and, do everything right.
Should probably do that anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you probably should have already done that at this point. But, I mean, that's not going to hurt, but that's also not going to help, Laura. Like, honestly, it's not, You already had the cancer. It's already there. And, like, diet is not going to change your genetics. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's not. So
maybe that'll work instead of chemo. I don't know. I know, Grace.
No, that's not going to work instead of chemo. Diet is not a replacement for conventional medication. I mean, that's a dangerous way of thinking because that one does not replace the other in any way, shape, or form. Oh my God.
Just again, I'm 53 and I have no.
She might be in denial, Daisy. I don't know.
Oh, chemo has to go before radiation. And then my surgeon has to install a port. And I'm just, I don't want to do this. I don't.
All right. Who the fuck is like, yay, chemo? I can't wait. Nobody, said nobody ever. But like, sometimes that's life. We just got to do things that we don't really want to do. Like, do I want to get a colonoscopy one day? No, I don't. But I probably should because, colon cancer runs in my family, so I probably should go for one of those one day. God, I am dreading that. But I'm just saying, I mean, there's a lot of things we don't want to do and we don't look forward to, but, it's kind of fucking life, man. I mean, nobody's excited about it. But I would be excited about, hey, sorry, there's people walking by the house. All right, we heard you. It's two elderly women, Obi. I mean, they're not presenting a danger here. Hold on. All right. All right, bro. We heard you. They're like around the corner at this point, so I'm pretty sure they're not a threat. Oh, yeah. Hold on. All right, dude. Calm down. She might be in denial and panicky. Well, I mean, she might be. She very well might be. I mean, that's totally normal if she is, but, there's a lot of people telling her, like, Laura, you gotta just, suck it up, buttercup. I mean, I would just be thinking to myself, like, all right, dude, I want to see my kids didn't even graduate college yet. They didn't get married. I never, got a chance to see a grandkid. How about just seeing your youngest graduate high school? I mean, don't you want to see that? Think about your youngest son in this situation, Laura. He already lost one of his parents at how old? 16, 15, however old he was. Do you want him to go through that again? Because I wouldn't.
That's true, sweet one. That is true. No, but I'm saying instead of getting chemo.
Think think that's the part that even makes it harder for me to wrap my head around is like she is her kid's basically only parent, right? In at least one situation, and then the other, the other dad just hasn't been present in the kids' life. So like she's their world, she's their everything. Like, dude, like Laura, I mean, this is a no-brainer to me. You don't want to put your kids through this.
I don't know. Let's just immerse myself in true crime, and so I don't have to think about it.
Put your kid through hell just to save those 6 strands of botched hair. Good idea, Laura. Yeah, it's not worth it, dude.
That's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna immerse myself in candles and true crime.
No, that's a bad idea, Laura. You should immerse yourself in making better decisions for your kids. Oh my God.
Can you attend a breast cancer support group? Yeah, like someone gave me a good idea. One of my Patreons said that today is, go to look online at different support groups and see, different stages, what they've done. I said, oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think of that. There are pros and cons. I just don't know if that.
Her reasoning for not wanting it is so superficial. She is so worried about freaking losing her hair or gaining weight. I know, Natalie, and I can't even like wrap my head around that because like at this point in time, I would be like, first of all, she's 53 years old. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like, Laura, nobody's looking at you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, the older you are, the more invisible you are to society. It's like you're 53 years old, Laura. Okay. I think collectively, even if you're single and dating at that age, people understand that when we get older, we age and we're not going to look the same. We're not going to look, like we're 20 anymore. So like, I mean, 12 weeks, dude, you're going to have to deal with this. Yes, your hair loss is definitely going to take more than 12 weeks because you're going to have to, it's probably going to take a few years to fully grow your hair back. But in the meantime, I mean, you're the wig queen as it is. Wear some wigs, dude. No big deal. And this is the other thing that I don't think she realizes. Like, men are not like we as women, we're the ones who are more worried about the way we look. Men do not fucking care. My husband always tells me, like, well, when we first started dating, not really so much now, we've been together for 10 years, but he always used to be like, he liked the way I looked better without makeup. Like, and I'm like, ugh, like, are you fucking blind? Do you need glasses? Like, because to me, I feel like I look horrible without makeup, but like, he loves me no matter what. If I wake up and my hair is a fucking mess, my eyes are swollen, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, dude. Like, the looks thing is more on us. Men don't really care that much, to be quite honest with you. Most men, if you ask them, they're like, they like women with less makeup on, more natural looking. Some men I'm sure prefer it, but I mean, like, so my whole point in saying that is like, it's more you who cares about that stuff than like any potential man that you'll date. But you're not even dating somebody right now, so you're in like a more ideal situation to like just go through this.
Con is worth it. It may not come back.
Oh my God.
Or it may come back regardless. I don't know.
Right. But if you could lessen your chances of that happening, why wouldn't you do that?
I just don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I know. Look at family history. Your relatives were 70, no lumpectomy. No, my grandmother had it. Yeah, I wouldn't be having Red Devil. My life's not destroyed. I'm still here for my kid and grandchild. Yeah, but you were a lot younger. Thanks, Joy. Apricot kernels? Okay. Hey, cat with meow. I don't know. I'll let you guys know what I'm going to do. I don't know. And I don't know what treatments are going to be like. I just don't know.
Sweet ones in the chat. There is no holistic cure for cancer. If there were, there wouldn't be so many die from it. Exactly.
I don't know.
Here, Texas girl. I have to say, I had Red Devil. My body is not destroyed. My life is not destroyed. I'm still here for my kids and grandkids. My hair grew back thicker. I mean, there's like everybody in her chat is trying to tell her, what the right thing to do is. Which, I mean, oh my God. Never mind.
We travel the world for 20. Yeah, my radiologist told me about that. Is she team? Yes, I would love to talk to her. Can you ask her what?
So you have this idiot in her chat saying, I honestly probably wouldn't do it if I had been in your situation instead of the stage 4 I had. Just saying, 15%, I'm thinking the same as you. I don't see, like, who knows if this person's even being honest. But like, yeah, in stage 4, it's a little bit different than doing it in stage 1. You know, sure, you're gonna feel a lot worse, but I mean, oh my god, a stage 1 could, if your score is high and you have a higher reoccurrence rate, right? An aggressive form of cancer, let's just say, like the chances of you coming back and then finding it again once it is at stage 4 is higher. So there's so many like factors that come into play here. Like, oh my god, dude.
A quantitative single gene score means. And the reason I say that is because 2 of these are on a lower scale. So if it's on the lower end of the scale, does that mean that, I have a less chance of it returning? I don't know.
What?
Yeah, that would be awesome, team decide. Because I didn't even see that when I was talking to my oncologist today.
I had Red Devil, didn't destroy me, and I made my chemo on Thursdays, sick on weekends, and back to work on Mondays. Be strong, girl. I can't disagree with you, Texas girl. It sucks, yeah, to go through it. I look, I would not want to do chemo either. I don't think anybody wants to do it. It's just like when you sit down and you look at all the factors that play into that. Um, Dying of cancer to me seems like a much worse situation. Just saying.
Dance it out. I can do that. I can dance my ass off. Not naked though.
Oh,
it means that your reoccurrence rate is high. Well, I already know my reoccurrence rate is high. I'm already at high risk. I know that.
Okay, so then this should be a no-brainer for you, dude.
There's a lot of alternatives. I know there are a lot of alternatives. Shake my butt.
Who is saying that in her chat? Who is saying that in her chat? Because that is not true, dude. There's not really a lot of alternatives. If there was, they would have those alternatives.
As long as I'm not in a G-string. Shit, I want to get that diet drug. That Wegovy, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called.
What?
Overdid it.
Bro, that would be the last thing on my mind would be a diet drug right now. Just saying.
I believe in science. Yeah.
Really don't want to believe that someone is lying about this shit. But does anyone else think she's lying? Like maybe her score wasn't bad. She's just using this I don't know what to do for attention. Hey, girl. Very possible. Okay. Not saying that it's not possible. And unfortunately, she's like the quintessential girl who cried wolf here. So we don't know. But I rather look like an idiot, okay, and believe her and give her the best advice that I can. Whether she wants to hear that advice from me or not, I don't know. But I'm saying this because, like, at the end of the day, yeah, I don't care for her. I think she's a total fucking clown, but I don't want to see her die from cancer, dude. Like, that is just fucking horrible. Okay. And especially, I mean, my first thought is her kids. Her kids, I think of their whole situation where, they don't really have fathers in their lives. And even me as a grown ass woman, okay, 42 years old, I still need my mommy, okay, and my dad. And it sucks that my parents aren't here. I mean, I think about it all the time. I was just thinking about it this weekend. I had to drive one of my son's friends to the hockey game this weekend, right? And when we were on the way home, the dad was out and the mom calls me and she's like, maybe I'll call my in-laws. And I'm like, I'm just like, even something so stupid as that. I'm like, you're so lucky that you could call your parents up, and like they could come get your kid for you or something if you need be. Like, I asked the kid, I'm like, oh, do you hang out with your grandparents? Do they live close by? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, that's so awesome for the kid. Like that he gets like, he has a place to go, like when his parents aren't around, he can be with family and be with his grandparents, and his grandparents in particular, they come to every practice, his grandparents. And I think that's like the coolest thing. Cause like if my mom was here, she would do the same thing. She'd probably be at every practice. She probably would come away with us every weekend, so like, I'm like, oh my God, like, it just like, it sucks. Like my parents aren't here for my kid, for me and for my kid, especially because like he doesn't have grandparents around, well, I mean, he has my in-laws, but they don't live in the same state as us. So he doesn't get to see him that much, and it's like, it sucks, man. It fucking sucks. But her kids are in a, position where they're all still young and, they only really have one parent, especially the one, kid whose, other parent already passed away, unfortunately, and it's like, dude, like, come on, you don't want to put your kids through that, man. You don't, Laura, trust me. Like, they don't have another parent to go to, and it's like they're still young, man. They're still in college. I still lived at home when I was that age. I lived home until I was 28 with my mom, and I still need my mom today at 42 years old. So like, I wish she was here. How many times I want to pick up the phone and just be like, hey, mom, how do I cook this, or whatever, like, what do I do in this situation? I wish I could pick that phone up. I can't anymore, and it sucks. It fucking sucks because I don't have somebody to go to. I don't have an older adult with more life experience than me to go to and talk to anymore. And that sucks. So, why would you want to put your children through that, man? Why?
If I was married, I wouldn't have a problem with chemo. But I'm not married. I'm single.
Neither is Alicia. Neither is Alicia. And she's doing it. She's doing it. Stop using your singleness as a crutch, Laura. Okay. I know is your life going to be a little harder? Absolutely. Maybe your mom could come stay with you during the time that you're dealing with this. It's 12 weeks. Your mom's retired. Maybe she could come up and stay with you and help you out during those 12 weeks. I mean, it's not like you have little babies at home. Then I would kind of understand it. But your kids are at an age where they could cook for themselves. They could find rides to where they got to go. I mean, they could take care of themselves pretty much. Two of them aren't even there, so you don't have to worry about them. They're in college. You got one kid who is old enough to take care and help you out, okay, and take care of you. I took care of my mom when I was in 5th grade, dude. I was my son's age, the same age that my son is right now. My mom, when she got sick, I took care of my mom when she was sick, dude. When she got her kidney transplant, she got this thing called cytomegalovirus. Okay, the nurse came over my house. Cytomegalovirus is something that a lot of us have and just don't even know it. It's not like a serious life-threatening virus, but a lot of people are have it. And so my aunt must have had it. And so when she donated her kidney, my mom had it, and they had to treat it, and it was no big deal. But the nurse came over and they showed me, right? I was 12. My dad could have done it, but he was working at the time, I think. So they showed me how to administer the medication. It was an IV medication. Okay. And my mom had a, what do you call it? She had a port, whatever the hell you call those things that they put in your arm when they do like medications. And so that stayed there, and she showed me how to take the medication. I had to like clear it out of the needle, clear all the air out of the needle. Okay. And then hook it up to the tube, and then, hang the bag up on the thing and administer the medication for my mom, and I did it at that age. So there's no doubt in my mind that your son could help you out, with whatever you got to go through.
I'm dating. I'm not trying to meet a guy and be like, yeah, I got cancer. I'm about to go.
She's like, I'm dating. Laura, you're not dating anybody right now. What do you mean you're dating? That shouldn't even factor into this. Again, you're not going to be around to date anybody. So you think it's smarter to be like, yeah, I got cancer and I chose not to, take life-saving measures. That's not traumatizing to somebody you could potentially meet who could fall in love with you, and then all of a sudden your cancer returns and you die. That's not traumatizing. It's more traumatizing to see you with no hair, right?
Go through chemo and lose all my fucking hair. And you see, I believe in science. Yeah. If I was married, I wouldn't have a problem with chemo. But I'm not married. I'm single. I'm dating. I'm not trying to meet a guy and be like, yeah, I got cancer. I'm about to go through chemo and lose all my fucking hair. And you see this nice skin. Yeah, that's going to be gone too. I just don't know if it's worth it. I don't know. Yeah, we go V.
Where is she getting this from?
Hey, Jeanette.
Well, I'm sure if somebody was dating you, Laura, they would much rather you be alive than have nice, your beautiful skin that you have now. I mean, it's just like, what does she think's gonna happen to her skin? Like, all right, you might get like a chemo rash or something, but like, your skin's like not gonna you're not gonna turn into like the toxic Avenger, and your skin's gonna be melting off your fucking face, dude. Or you're gonna end up looking like Freddy Krueger or some shit when this is over. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? And like, that should be honestly not even important.
I do think of my children.
Somebody had to ask her in the chat. This is now the second time somebody had to ask her about her kids. I would talk to my children and make the decision with them. I wouldn't do that because they probably don't understand what's going on.
They don't want to see me go through cancer, although Dayton said he'd shave his head if I lost my hair.
That's very sweet of him.
He's like, I'd shave my head for you, Mom. I said, oh, thanks, Dayton. It's not about vanity. It's about living. It's about life.
Laura, hair is not life and neither is skin. She's like, it's not about vanity. It's about living. If that was the case, then you wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. There would be no choice. You would just do it. So you're lying when you say that.
Because remember something, people that are saying like it's about vanity, you have to remember this isn't about me having a tumor still in my body that they need to shrink. The cancer is technically out of my body. It's preventative. That's my issue.
Oh, no. It's not. Oh, there's Alicia. HER2 divides faster, HER2 slower. HER2 positive divides faster, HER2 slow divides slower. Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't know which way it went, but I knew it had something to do with the way it divides. So, oh my God, Laura, dude. I'm just I just don't even know what to, hold on. I gotta rewind that because I got distracted.
This isn't about me.
Oh, the cancer. She's like, this is preventative. No, it's not. It's not preventative, Laura. The other things are going to be preventative. Not the radiation. The hormone pills that you're taking, that's preventative. That's to block your hormones from potentially, and I don't know if she knows this because I guess her biggest fear in life is being fat, more than cancer. But those are going to make you probably gain weight because they're going to slow your estrogen production down. So that's going to definitely. So I don't know why you're looking forward to taking those. But anyway, what was I going to say? Fuck, totally just lost my train of thought right there. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck she's thinking right now, dude. Oh, the cancer. It's not preventative, dude. It is in a sense, but it's cleaning up any. It's like a floor. It's like sweeping the floor, cleaning up any remaining cells that are left over, and hopefully to stop it from coming back eventually, or stop it from spreading if there is any remaining cells. So yeah, I guess in a sense it's preventative, but it's also being done to just clean up whatever they didn't get if there's any cells left. I don't know why she doesn't know that or understand that yet.
Having a tumor still in my body that they need to shrink. The cancer is technically out of my body. It's preventative. That's my issue. It is preventative cancer. It is so my
preventative cancer
reoccurrence doesn't come back. It's completely different than if I had a tumor in my body and need.
So I did listen to the phone call on her channel, and this doctor was very thorough with her explaining things. So like that's why I think also I'm having trouble like with this, where she's have her understanding of things is either like she's not listening. I think it really comes down to her listening and not so much the doctor, because I was actually surprised at how thorough the doctor was, because not every doctor is like that, where they'll go into detail trying to explain things. And that wasn't a doctor, it was a nurse practitioner. So if the nurse practitioner in her doctor's office was that thorough, I have a feeling that the doctor was too, and they thoroughly explained this to her, and either she's not understanding it or she's not listening. I don't know.
Needed chemo. Totally different. That's what my oncologist.
Hold on.
My reoccurrence doesn't come back. It's completely different than if I had a tumor in my body and needed chemo. Totally different. Have to remember, this isn't about me having a tumor still in my body that they need to shrink. The cancer is technically out of my body. It's preventative. That's my issue. It is preventative cancer. It is so my reoccurrence doesn't come back. It's completely different than if I had a tumor in my body and needed chemo. Totally different.
Oh my God, dude. It is totally different in that sense. Yeah, right? Because if you have the tumor still, oh my God, dude. It is different in that sense, but you don't want it to come back. Do you want to go through this again in a couple more years?
That's what my oncologist said, that whatever I was getting has skin issues. and then typical nausea and all that stuff.
Which they give you stuff to kind of counteract that. It's not going to fully, get rid of it, but it's going to help a great deal as compared to not having it at all. They give you medications on top of the chemo to try to help deal with some of the negative side effects of it. Unfortunately, the hair and whatever skin issues she's talking about, I mean, that they can't really do much about, but oh well.
They must be very worried it will come back. But I think it's because I'm over 50. There's like a benchmark of 50, below 50, and over 50. Congratulations, Jeanette. Below 50 and after 50. It's a big benchmark. She has a penguin cold capping, never lost a hair on her head. She went through preventive chemo as well. The penguin cold capping, I'll have to check it out. She did. I have it all.
All right, from what I understand, those cold cap things, like they're not even guaranteed to work, and it's very expensive. And again, it's like, dude, this is what I don't understand. She's already somebody who wore wigs for like how many years when I don't even think she had to. So like you already have wigs, right? And there's so many places that once you're a cancer patient, you're a chemo patient, there's so many places that'll like donate wigs, better ones, and like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I would kind of be like, shit, I get to fucking like be a different person, I would try to look at the upside of it because I mean, I don't know, dude. I just don't
get it. Your genetics may predispose you to, for that reason alone, you should have the chemo. I don't know. It's a big decision. And I just don't know. It's very.
There you go, Sweetwater, the chat. You could be going through all this again in 3 years with a more aggressive metastasis. Yeah, that's what she's not understanding. I mean, God bless this person in her chat, the sweet one, trying to explain, this to her. I don't think she's reading it, unfortunately, but
she's easy for someone else to say do it when it's not them. So
it's easy for someone else to say to do it. Yeah, you're 100% right, Laura. But if I could go back in time and my mom was in a position where she caught her cancer early and she was able to do chemo and get, and still be here today, I would, I mean, that's a no-brainer. I will take my mom being here any day over anything in my life. I will fucking cut my fucking left arm off if it meant having my mom here still. Like, so, I mean, you're lucky that you're in a position where it's like, it could save your life and you could live longer. That's so fucking awesome that you have that opportunity, dude. Oh, so frustrating to listen to this. No, she doesn't know Beefberg. She has no clue. Does Laura know the difference between a tumor and cancer cells that may still be in her body? Her stupidity is manic. Like, she doesn't understand that the tumor is cancer cells. It's a collection of cancer cells, right? That form a mass. Okay. That could happen anywhere in your body again. All it takes is one cell splitting off or dividing, okay, and reproducing itself in another part of your body and repopulating itself, okay? And if you have a high score, the likelihood of that raises up, okay, which would scare the shit out of me, even more into getting it. I don't know. I don't know if she's like in her head, and I don't know if this is just her denial or again, she doesn't listen or her doctor's not explaining this to her. In her head, her cancer has been completely eradicated through the surgery. And this is just so that it doesn't come back. And that's just not the case. She just doesn't understand that there's a possibility that her cancer is still lurking in her body somewhere. I don't know how much like more simple I can say it.
I don't know. But all right, let's move on. I've thought about this. My brain is going to fucking explode today, honestly. But that's what's happening. So, okay. Let's move on to the 3 boys.
I'm just curious as to what's going to happen if she like comes back, let's just say 4 or 5 days from now, and tells her chat that she's not going to do this. Well, let's just see what happens.
I had a friend who used that cold cap and she had 20 rounds plus kept her hair. Okay, so here's the thing though with that. She said something about Amazon. It was a
This is where I stopped listening before. So
40-minute conversation we had. I really have to go through it to remember. That's why I recorded it though, so I have everything. But she was saying that most insurance companies, including mine, will not cover a cold cap. Only 2 clients that she has have covered it. But can't you buy them like on Amazon?
oh my God.
I don't mind losing. I mean,
Yeah, you probably could buy something similar on Amazon, but it's not going to be the same strength, like that they have in a doctor's office. Like you could go do like buy like lasers on there, but it's not the same. Not lasers, but like the light therapy. It's not the same strength they give you in a dermatologist office.
eyebrows, you can paint them in. Eyelashes, you can wear fake eyelashes.
Not if you don't have eyelashes to attach them to.
It's the hair on my head I'm worried about. I mean, I don't mind losing a little, but I don't want to be bald.
Well, I'm sure Alicia doesn't want to be bald either, but she also doesn't want to be dead. So, it's like.
That's what I thought. But she was saying like the people that she had like has this, it's not just a cap. They come in with like this whole suitcase thing. And it's like weird. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. But I know you can buy them on Amazon.
So it seems like the brunt of her questions had to do with this cold cap and like how she could keep her hair. Which, yeah, dude, I would be very upset if I lost all my hair, but then I would be like kind of happy at the same time because I'd be like, you know what? From what I've heard, everybody that's lost their hair during chemo, once they were done, their hair came back like nicer than ever, So like, I don't know, you'd have to look at the upside of things.
I know, Grace. I know, it's funny that you say that because I was like, my body will tell me what to do. I don't know what that answer is yet, but somehow it's going to tell me what to do. It's going to let me know. What? So I'm just not there yet. But like I said, I only have about 2 days to decide. I know, Colleen. Thank you. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know anything about it. But from what I saw, you can buy them like, I think on Amazon. Oh my God, dude. And that's another thing. Chemo and work. When she was explaining all the side effects, I'm freaking out a little.
Laura, you don't work full time, dude. Like, let's just be honest, okay? You don't have a full-time job. You make candles as they're ordered. I mean, that's not that hard to do. While you're, you got a couple of days downtime and then, where you might not feel up to doing things, but like, I mean, you could still go live. You could still, if that's your quote unquote job, and you could still, do your candles and stuff. I mean, you might even qualify for disability at some point, which you probably should have already started working on, but that's neither here nor there. It's weird that she hasn't even mentioned that because if you do have a prior work history where you paid into disability, you should qualify for it. But, what do I know? What do I know? Oh, this dog is chewing on ice on my couch outside.
Like, I got bills to pay. I got shit to do. If I went to a no insurance would cover it, but it did go through. Yeah, I'll have to look.
And Texas girl just came in here and said that she did her chemo and still worked. And she had Red Devil, which is like a stronger, version of what Laura's getting. And she was still able to work. She set it up so her treatments were on Thursdays. On weekends, she dealt with her, the side effects. And then on Monday, she was back at work.
I mean, I have good insurance. The frozen cap that stops.
Mine is coming back curly. I haven't seen my natural color in years. I miss going to the hair salon soon. Yeah, it'll come back, man. That's pretty cool, though. You get like a whole new texture of hair.
So blood floaty follicles.
I mean, I know it's not cool to lose your hair, but like, it's like you get to experience it. You have to try to find the bright side in a negative situation, right?
This stops came up and get into the hair. Can I put it over?
Her body will tell her. It's telling her now she has cancer. When is she going to listen? Yeah, she needs to start listening.
My whole face. Like she said, someone that she helps was fine up until the 3rd treatment. And then by the 4th treatment, all her hair fell out. I know. I'll know. And then she said to me, we need approval. So, you can't really wait too long because your doctor, I mean, we still have to make the surgery to get your port put in. and it's still going to take 5 to 6 days for prior authorization for your insurance company. So we need to move it.
I can't believe I just like, I don't know. Doctors try to limit the amount of times that they put you under because, you know, going under for surgery is just not like the most ideal thing. It's like they don't want to keep doing that, especially the older you get. So I'm like really surprised that they didn't like figure this all out before she had her surgery so they could do it all in one shot. I don't know.
I said, well, you shouldn't have fucking taken so long. I mean, I'm going to college to tell you everything in numbers. But she did. That's what I did today. But I don't know if it's worth it. You can buy a system. Yeah, that I heard is like a lot of money. And don't forget, it's only 4 times I'm going. It's only 4 treatments.
What?
I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't know why you don't know. I don't. I'm baffled.
Brandon can help with candle. Who's Brandon? I did not speak to Jonice yet. I hate telling her because I know what she went through with chemo, but she's on a different chemo. My choices are chemo and no chemo. There's a 15% ratio difference, 15% difference with chemo. If I don't get chemo and I just do radiation and hormone pills, the rate of reoccurrence is about 30%. If I do it, I'm looking at about 15%.
That's a big difference, dude. That's a big difference. Yeah, she does seem very flippant about the whole thing. That's a great way to Jay, that's what I'm saying, girl. When I got halfway through the half hour that I listened to this morning, which was only 15 minutes because I listened to it at like double speed, I was like, that was going through my brain because I was like, well, what about your kids? You know, like forget all this other bullshit, your hair and your skin and whatever else you're worried about. What about your kids? Like that's like to me, that's the first thing that I think of, you know, that would come to my mind is my son. And I'm like, like that she didn't even mention it. I mean, her chat did, but she didn't, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what am I living in some alternate universe where I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I know. And by the way, I was right about the portals. They all have their own portal.
Okay, Laura. Who cares?
Putting on time limit.
That's more important to her right now. Worrying about being right about this.
Because I got my lumpectomy back in December 12th. It was my lumpectomy. So
what do you mean?
And then she got this in on the 15th. She kept showing me on the 15th. And on the 15th, we were closed. They were closed. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm so confused.
Be fair. I mean, if that's the case, she's digging this hole a lot deeper than it should be. Because like, I don't know if she thought coming here and saying that she has a choice was gonna be a good thing, because I think it's gonna get a lot of people fucking like angry with her. She's like, you know what? I could take chemo, but I'm not going to. Like, people are gonna be like, what the fuck, dude? I hope to God she's telling the truth. That's all.
All right, moving on. Let's move on. I'm staring at this thing, but let's move on. Hold on.
She probably asked, am I allowed to say no? And she's taking that as I have to make a choice about chemo. I mean, look, everybody has a choice at the end of the day. Just most people don't look at it as a choice. You know what I'm saying? Most people are just like, okay, this is what my doctor's telling me, and this is the best decision for me. You know, so I'm just going to do what my doctor says. Like, they don't even think of it as a choice. Like, she's just, you're right. She probably asked, do I have a choice? The doctor probably said to her, well, yeah, I mean, you have a choice, but, you know, we highly suggest you do this. And then they gave her the numbers and she doesn't seem to understand them. I don't know. Mystical Moonlight, I don't know. I'm mystified by that. I don't know why she won't just say that. She's like, it's 26 and 40. It's between 26 and 40. Like, who at this point you've talked about everything else. Why not just say what the number is? That's the part right there that is making me iffy about whether this is truthful or not.
Katie, you might know. What is a quantitative single gene score? 9.4 ER positive, 5.0 PR negative. And 8.6 hers too.
Why is she not asking her doctor this? Why is she asking some random person in her chat?
What does it mean? I can't figure it out. I've looked everywhere.
Oh my God, dude.
Maine?
I've looked everywhere except for my doctor, apparently. The only person that could really answer that question for me.
What does that mean? QSGS, quantitative single gene score is recurrence due to age. So it's 9% positive and 5% negative? No, that don't sound right. Yeah, it is higher over 50.
Mm.
Do you trust your doctor? Not really, but yes. I mean, it's not their opinion, it's paperwork. A woman over the age of 50 that has a ANCA score reoccurrence over 26 is not good. I mean, it's good that it's not like 55.
I bet it's like 27 or 26.1. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know why she won't just say it.
And Katie, if you missed the beginning, they want to give me chemo 1 day every 3 weeks for 4 cycles, total of 12 weeks. And they want to give me docetaxel, Taxotere, and cytotaxin. I'm sure I said that wrong.
Mm.
No, I did. I forgot to ask her what the quantitative single gene score was. I don't know if I'm going to do it. Come on.
So write that down. The thing about cancer centers that is really good, you know, as opposed to like your doctor, your regular doctor, you know, your general practitioner, is like there's always somebody there to answer questions for you. That's the great part. They have most cancer centers have like a great support, you know, system for you in place so that when you do have questions, you know, there's counseling, there's all sorts of things. There's financial help. There's, you know, it's a group. It's a group that works together to help you out. And it's great, you know, because you could get a lot of questions answered through that. So, I mean,
I don't know yet. I really don't. All right, so let's move on. Moving.
Mona's in her chat. She says, Laura, I'm behind in chat, way behind. Buckle up and just do it. You've got to learn to nerve being so selfish. You have children, you do it for your children. You'll be fine. I mean, that's the part of this whole thing that I just like, I cannot believe that like most parents would think about their kids before anything. Dude, like my mom was still thinking about my brother and I. And I think that made it so much fucking harder on her when she was sick, the fact that, you know, before she even got sick, my brother and I weren't talking, you know, I tried to fix things between him and I, it didn't work, you know, in the end, unfortunately. And that was like, I think my mom was more upset about that than her cancer. Like, I'm not even kidding with you guys. Like that bothered her more than anything, is that she didn't want, I think she was worried about me. I think she was worried about like me not having anybody when she passed away. And, you know, I think that more than anything was her worry. I don't even think it was the cancer. So, and then my kid, of course, you know, her grandkid. So, the fact that like that isn't playing a huge factor is troubling to me.
On, trying to take my mind off of it. All right, let's talk about these 3 guys who froze in a backyard. I've seen a lot of different theories, lots of different theories. It is such a mind-blowing case and a wild case. Did you need chemo though, Katie? My ANCA score was high. Did you see if the patient would benefit? Yeah, that's an ANCA score. Every news station covering this, and so is everyone on YouTube, because it's a really, really wild story.
And it's like, okay, let's just talk about something that affect my life. Okay.
Am a little different than what I'm reading though. And I'll tell you why. This is where I change from them being drunk outside.
Okay. I don't fucking care about this, but I don't need to hear this anymore. Her opinion on this fucking case. I don't care. All right. That was basically, I mean, Laura, I'm telling you this as an ex-friend. Like, seriously, think about your kids. Forget your hair, forget your skin. That shit is not important right now. Please don't put your kids through this, dude. do not put your kids through this. If you're being honest about this situation, okay, and I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt that you are, although it sounds completely fucking bizarre to me, and I don't know how in your world everything works completely fucking opposite of, you know, the way it works in most people's worlds. But let's just, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that you're telling the truth in this whole situation, that you're being 100,000% fully transparent in this situation. I mean, really, dude, this isn't a choice. This is a thing that you just should do for your children. Period. End of story. Forget all the other shit. I know that not saying that those things shouldn't, you know, cross your mind, or you shouldn't have reservations, or you shouldn't be thinking about those things, because every woman is going to think about those things, you know, not having hair. Our hair is like our little, you know, built-in security blanket, right? You know, days where you're not feeling so good, you can throw your hair down and cover your face a little, you know. I get it. Like, I get the reservations about that shit. I totally get it. But that should not even be a factor in the decision-making process, you know, at the end of the day, because it's a temporary thing that you have to go through. As a person who lost both their parents from cancer, okay, and watched them die slow, horrible, painful deaths, I am telling you that you are in a lucky spot where you're in a great place where you're able to get a treatment that could potentially save your life and prevent you from having to go through that, okay? Do it, dude. I mean, it's a no-brainer in this situation. You do not want to put your kids through having to watch you die that way, dude. It is not fun, man. It's not fun. So I don't know. I don't even know why this is a decision, bro. And again, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that you're fucking being honest and 100% truthful about this. Like, human to human, okay? You do not have a fucking choice, dude. Just fucking do it. Trust me on this one. You know, you don't have to listen to any other things I say, but when it comes to this, trust me. You don't want to fuck around with this shit, dude. It ain't fun. It is not fun. You know the burden you're going to put on your kids not doing this, and God forbid your cancer does return and they have to wheel you into a fucking doctor's office one day in a wheelchair, watching your body and your mind wither away to nothing. You don't want to do that, man. I mean, you don't want to do it now. They're so young, dude. Like, you know, maybe when you're 80, okay, you know, but at your age right now, you're 50. You're not fucking, you know, you still got some time left, dude, in your life, okay? You don't want to put your kids through this. It's absolutely fucking terrifying to go through, dude. You know, it's traumatic, it's terrifying, it's horrible, and it's slow, and it's not fucking fun to watch, dude. Watching your parent wither away to, you know, nothing. The people that raised you and took care of you, that you looked up to for strength. You do not want to put your kids through that, dude. I just, like, you know, I'm sure if my parents could have went back, my dad would have quit drinking, quit smoking. You know, my mom would have went for her sonograms of her kidneys and took better care of herself, you know, and maybe could have potentially caught her cancer earlier. And that fucking haunts me every day. I will never forget picking my mom's wallet up and seeing the prescription from her doctor to go get her fucking yearly sonogram, preventative sonogram that she was supposed to get. Okay. Ugh. And she didn't fucking get it, dude. She didn't get it. And that could have fucking potentially caught her cancer. But she was being a fucking baby about it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting fucking emotional over here because it still fucking haunts me, dude. I opened her fucking wallet up and saw this thing in there. And I was like, dude, if you would have just fucking went for this 3 years prior, it was still sitting in her fucking wallet. I don't know why. And maybe they would have caught your cancer at an earlier stage where you could have still fucking been here, dude. You stopped going for this. You went for it for fucking how many years? And then all of a sudden one day you stopped going. Why? So she could have been here today. You know? I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it, dude. I don't fucking get it. My mom could have been here today, dude. Had she just fucking gone for those scans, dude. So, something so stupid. It was a sonogram, dude. A sonogram that she had to get. I mean, if we've had kids, you've had sonograms, and I've had some uncomfortable ones. You've had the sonogram, the internal sonogram. That's not fun. I've had those. Like, this was like a sonogram, like when you're pregnant and they go on your belly. And she's like, oh, well, the girl dug it into me one time and she hurt me, so I didn't go. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, go to a different doctor then. Go to a different sonogram. Like, you just didn't go after that? You know how fucking angry I was at her for that? I'm like, dude, you serious? Every step of the way, my mom probably could have done things, and I really try not to focus on that, but I'm sorry, it's there. There was every step of the way, my mom could have done things to save her life or prevent things, or I don't know, and she didn't. And you know what? I try not to think about it because I don't want to be angry with her, but like I am, I had no choice. I mean, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I can't go back and change it, but like, you don't think that crosses my mind all the time, that I'm like, I didn't know. I didn't even know she had to go for these sonograms. In all the years and all the shit I knew about her medical stuff, I never knew that she had to get those sonograms. Because I guarantee you, I know for 100% fact, if I knew she had to get those sonograms, I would have been the little annoying fly on the wall that would have been reminding her to go get them every, whatever amount of time she had to get them. But she told me after. I had no idea. I knew she had to go to her kidney doctor every whatever it was. I think like 6 months or so. She had to go check up with her kidney doctor. But I had no idea that she was, had a need to go for these scans until it was too late. So if I knew, I definitely would have been on top of her. If I knew kidney cancer was even like a possibility, because dude, I don't know. My mom was kind of, ignorant about medical shit too. As much as medical shit she used to go through, like, she thought her kidneys were gone, right? When they did her kidney transplant for some reason. So they were still there, they just weren't functioning. And so that's where the cancer grew, in her native kidney. Like, so I didn't even know, and she didn't know, apparently. I don't know why she never asked, because that would have been a question for me, like, what happens to your old kidneys? But I don't know. She never asked, I guess. But like, had I known, I would have been on her ass about it, because I was on her ass about like everything medically constantly. Because, when you almost lose your parent when you're young, you just like, you don't want to go through that again. So I would be on her ass about everything she had to go do medically. Make sure you go for this doctor, make sure you go to that doctor, make sure you take care of yourself. I was on her about her weight. I was on her because I wanted her around selfishly as long as I could possibly have her around for, so I did pester her. Maybe that's why she didn't tell me, because she knew I was going to be a pain in the ass about it. But like, to know that my mom could have done something that could have potentially helped her out and she didn't do it, that just sucks, man. It sucks. But hey, do you worry about your hair, Laura? Worry about your fucking skin, and potentially dating some fucking person, some stranger that you haven't even met yet. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit. Talk about infuriating, man. Really. Talk about infuriating. That shit's infuriating, to know that you could fucking do something to extend your life, and you're just like, flippant, like somebody said in chat. Why bother? I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Well, guess what, Laura? When you get to that bridge might be fucking so fucking overgrown with weeds, and fucking, you might not be able to cross that bridge at that point in time. You don't understand cancer if you think that you could just deal with this in a couple of years. First of all, once you open your body up, and I might be wrong on this, there's no scientific evidence to back this up. I'm going by stories I've heard. Once you open your body up and expose that cancer to air, something happens, dude. I swear to God. And you've already had cancer removed. It's been disturbed. I would definitely look into doing this. I mean, hey, Queen Bee, how you doing, girl? How you doing? But I highly suggest doing it. It's been 4 years. Things are getting easier one day at a time. Yeah, I told you, Keith. Once you get over that initial the hump a little bit, it starts to get better as you start to, just kind of get used to things, unfortunately, but never fucking goes away fully. Never will. Ay, ay, ay. So that's all I had to say about that. I just, listening to this morning was just like, wow, man. Like, I don't know if she's doing this for attention. Maybe she already knows that she has to do the chemo and she's already made the decision and she's just trying to do this for some attention. Like, I hope that that's the case. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but whatever it is, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why you're even, why this is even an issue. Attention and money, probably. Yeah. I mean, everybody in her chat, I don't think there's anybody out there that could disagree with me on this one. Even if you don't like me, I don't think that you would disagree that she should make the right choice in this case. If she actually has a choice, if this is all true. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, which I feel like I have been the whole way, because at the end of the day, like, I don't know. Her story's been very all over the place at best. And I've even been giving her the doubt, a lot of people, just saying, a lot of people that are in my chat right now and that are in my, Discord and everything, they totally believe she's lying completely about the whole thing. I don't. I want to believe that she's not, because I mean, she went and got a tattoo and all this other stuff. I haven't really seen 100% proof. I mean, there's even people that I know that are friends with her or were friends with her, and they don't believe her. So they don't believe her story. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt the way through, because I'm like, all right, dude, like, this would be extremely stupid for her to lie about this. So, I would hope to God she's not. But like, her story has definitely been all over the place, and it's definitely weird. And I'm chalking that up to like her lack of understanding and listening, but a lot of people think she's lying. And I'm like, okay, well, I was friends. All right. Ovi, stop! I was friends with Laura at one point in time, and I know that she's not the best listener. So, stop barking. Stop it. You're being fresh. She's not a good listener. God, dude, you need to calm down. You're crazy right now. She's not a good listener, okay? And she's her understanding of medical things isn't the best. So I'm trying to put that in, like, that's my excuse for why she's, all over the place with this. But like, there is definite things that I'm like, all right, Laura, like, doctors, while they do fuck up and get things wrong, okay, for them to like get your results that they should have had months ago, and then all of a sudden at the last minute be like, hey, sorry, you're not triple positive, you're HER2, blah, 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 whatever. That's weird. I mean, but again, I mean, and that one she can't even deny, because that's said in the phone call that she has on her channel. So that's not her fucking the story up. That's I mean, you could straight hear her doctor at that point in time was saying that she was what was it, triple negative, whatever it was negative, and then they were still waiting for the other result on the third marker, whatever it was, but then she came back and said it was triple, I think, negative or positive, I don't know, whatever one it was. So how that changed, I don't know, dude. Don't know. And why is she not getting like a printout or something, when she leaves the doctor's office that explains things that, shit, they give that to you when you have like a fucking sore throat and strep throat. They give you a printout of how to take care of yourself when you get your medication at home. Oh, I don't get it. But whatever. Again, I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt in the whole situation, because I know how she is, and I was friends with her, and I know that she's like fucking just one of those people that's like all over the place, and everything in her world seems to operate completely differently than it does in everybody else's world. And I really just think it comes down to a like lack of knowledge in her case. I don't know. But come on, Laura. Get it together, girl. I am nicer than you, Purple Rain. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just, I try to be understanding of people. A lot of people are just like, yeah, she's lying, and like, okay, I'm one of those people that I'm like, there's no such thing as all good and all bad. Laura's got a lot of bad qualities, but she's also a person, and I guess has some good qualities. I'm not really sure what those are right now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think like everything's a lie that she says. I think that, she does stretch the truth a lot, okay? But there's times where I think maybe she's confused. I think that maybe she's not listening. I think that she misinterprets things. I know that about her because I was friends with her. So, you know, so I know that she has a tendency to just not listen really good. And then once she gets something in her head, right? Like once she gets an idea or something in her head, there's no changing that. Like, just like, okay, I'll give you an example. I told you this story a million times, but just to reiterate, okay, why I feel this way. When her and I were friends, and Tiffany and everything, when we were all friends back in the day, she came to us and she was like, I'm going to go live and I'm going to say this about Randy and her mom. And we were like, yeah, no, that's a fucking bad idea. But like it was in her fucking head that was going to come out somehow. Okay. She got that thought in her head, and then she must have told like 100 people about that thought, like to get the validation on it. And nobody that I know of validated that thought. Everybody thought it was a fucking horrible idea. I mean, Tiffany too, who's also fucking evil to the core, okay, and says horrible things like that to people. She didn't even think it was a fucking good idea, but she still did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? She still fucking like said it somewhere. It's one thing if you want to say it to your friends in private, but she went into like a larger group after that and said it. It's like she just, once something's in her head, it's in her head that way, and there's no fucking changing it. None. Zero. So like, my point being is that like in her head right now, her cancer's gone. And this is just to prevent it. And that's not really true, but she has that in her head, and there's no changing that, dude. There's no explaining to her that, Laura, that's not how fucking cancer works, dude. Like, we hope it's gone, but you don't know 100%. There's no 100% in the medical field, or when it comes to cancer, at least. There's no 100%, bro. It's either, you hope, but you don't know for 100% sure. That's what she's not seeming to understand in this situation. She totally convinced herself of that, Victoria. Totally 100%. I think she probably pissed off a whole lot of people in her chat that have been through this situation. Like, how the fuck are your kids not the only thing on her mind? That's what I was wondering as I was listening to this morning. Because I was like, dude, like if I was at the point where I already knew I was, had cancer, that I would be doing everything to not have to put my kid through what I went through. I've been through it, dude. Like I've been through losing a parent as a kid, okay, twice to cancer. And like that, I do not want my kid to go through. Which is why I need to fucking quit smoking. I personally think there's a small truth to her story. She has changed and confused a lot and now has a mess of a story. That's more along the lines that I am in. I think that I don't see her risking her fucking whole life, which is YouTube, on a lie like this. I just don't think she's that stupid. So I think that she's telling the truth, but I think that her story has gotten very skewed and twisted because of her lack of understanding and knowledge. That's what I'm going with. A second result just to be safe. Yeah, I would definitely. There's nothing wrong with getting a second opinion. It's all black and white to her. If she gets chemo, she will lose her hair. If she doesn't get chemo, she will be fine. She has no capability to see the bigger picture of anything. Yeah, well, that's the problem. You kind of need to step back and look at the big picture in all of this and be like, okay, what's going on here? She's not doing that. She's only looking at the little things individually, and saying, well, I'm going to lose my hair. That sucks. You know, it's like, Laura, no, look at the bigger picture here. And again, I'm not like doing this to be mean. I'm doing it because, like, dude, cancer is not something you fuck around with. You know what I'm saying? Cancer is not something that you fuck around and make stupid decisions with. You know, this isn't like getting a haircut. Like, should I cut bangs or not? You know, it's way more serious than that. And maybe it hasn't hit her yet. I don't know. You know, I'm trying to reason with myself here, but I'm trying to make logic out of the illogical, which I should probably stop fucking trying to do at this point. But she's too unaware of her own condition. Yeah. Yeah. I was 28 and 44 when I lost my parents. I was 25 and 35 when I lost my parents. And it sucks. You know? Dad's still paying while kids are in college. What do you mean? Hold on. I'm just going to scroll up here. Did she say his dad still has her on his insurance? Girl, I can't answer the insurance question because that's another thing that is not making much sense. So I don't know what kind of insurance she has. Her kids could still be on the dad's insurance because I'm pretty sure while you're in college, like I remember they changed this right after I had graduated college and they extended. Okay, so when I was in college, my insurance was only until like I think a certain age or something like that, you know, whatever it was. And I remember when I graduated, well, I didn't graduate, but when I was out of college after 4 years, a couple of years later, they had changed it. And I think they had extended how long your kids could stay. I think it's like through the duration of however long you're in college, or I don't know if it goes to a certain age, I forget. But I remember I lost my medical coverage under my mom's insurance when I was in college and it sucked. So I don't know. It changed at some point in the early 2000s or, you know. Yeah, till 26. Okay. And when I think it was 21. Don't mark my word on that, but they changed it and I was like, that, you know, it was like after I like already been out of school and I'm like, that sucks because I could have had medical insurance because that was a big concern of mine when I was, you know, in college. I had no medical insurance. And then when I started working full time and I had my own medical benefits, I was like, I don't want to, you know, medical benefits and I'm making money. I didn't want to go back to being a broke ass college student with no health insurance. Like, who the fuck wants that, you know? It was a little different time. So it's nice. I mean, to be covered up until 26, like under your parents' insurance, that's fucking awesome, you know? So I just don't know how it works with her in her situation because like they're not married. They live in 2 different states. I don't know. I don't know how that works. She could be under his insurance, but I've heard her in the past saying that he hasn't put her on the insurance. So like, I don't know. I really don't understand how it works. I've only like ever had to myself pay for just myself under health insurance. So I don't know how it works when you have a family plan. Yeah, exactly. I got my weight loss surgery in Mexico. If she gets food stamps, I'm sure she has state insurance. Complete Creations. I mean, that's what I was wondering, you know. But according to her, she's like, "Oh, I'll cross that bridge when I get there." And I'm like, "Yeah, when by the time you get to that bridge, girl, the bridge might be crumbled down and you might not be able to cross the bridge." That's why they're trying to do this to prevent that from happening. You know, well, not really prevent it, but to make sure that doesn't happen in the future. It's like you want to do everything you can to lower your chances of the cancer coming back, right? So this is a big step that takes a big percentage out, 15%, whatever she said, right? That's a big percentage in the grand scheme of things, you know, like with cancer. So yeah, you want to lower it as much as you possibly can. And that's a big thing you could do to take out a pretty big chunk to lower your chances, you know? So why not do it? You know, especially in her case where it's only 4 weeks and I'm sorry, 3 months and like how many treatments? 4, right? It's not that bad, dude. That's pretty when it comes to in terms of chemo, that's pretty you're getting off pretty easy. You know, with only having to do 4 treatments. So, oh heck, I'm a half hour behind. It's all right. Another bridge burned in for what hair? What the fuck, Sarah? I'd say he's union. He's insured with great insurance, and as long as he's union, shut the fuck up. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't. She could have partially his insurance and then be on state insurance because there's, depending on your situation, state insurance doesn't always cover, entire things. So you might need like a second type of insurance to cover what they don't cover. I don't know. I really don't know how it works. And she's never been clear on how she has insurance. So she just says, like, she just said she signed up for new insurance. And I'm like, girl, that takes like time. Even if you were to get on state insurance right now, because I'm not sure how it works with cancer, but I'll say for my mom's situation, right? My mom, once her kidneys failed, she was automatically qualified for Medicaid, right? And so, or Medicare, which I think Medicare. I always get them confused. Medicaid welfare, I think, and then Medicare is for like disability, I think, and when you're older, right? So stop. So so like when she was in the hospital last month, I was meeting with the social worker on the phone with the social worker because she was like telling my mom, like the plan was to get her out of the hospital, but it didn't end up happening. She ended up passing away. But ultimately, the plan was to get her into a rehab facility, and then get her home eventually. And so the social worker was explaining to me that like my mom had private insurance at the time because she just refused to quit her job, So she was basically telling me like if my mom got quit her job and then signed up for state insurance, she would get a lot more coverage, like transportation would be covered, whereas with private insurance they don't typically do that. So she would have a lot more options if she would just get on the state insurance, right? So I had to then try to talk my mom into like quitting her job and all this shit. But the reason we were like in such a rush to do this is because it takes about like a month or a few months to get this all, going, like get it in the works, get it approved and everything like that. Now, again, it could be different in different states. I'm just, this is New York State and that's how it, I understand it working at the time. So, I mean, you can't just sign up for health insurance and it kicks in a week. Even if you start working a job that offers benefits, you have to work for like 90 days sometimes, and then your benefits kick in. So, you might pay into it for 90 days and then not even be able to use it. So I've never heard of somebody just signing up for insurance and it starts, it's active a week later. That's insane to me, but okay, maybe in her world it happens like that. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, exactly, Purple Rain. She doesn't have she should be happy she doesn't have to make a decision to be kept alive for a machine, maybe 5 years. Well, my sister did 60 years on dialysis and she was lucky enough to get a transplant after. But even that like, a transplant is trust me, wonderful thing. It gave my mom for 25 more years, that I wouldn't have had. But there's a lot of other shit that comes with having to get a transplant. You have to take medication. That medication makes you more susceptible to diseases. It makes you more susceptible to cancers. It makes you more susceptible to everything. You got a lot of side effects from the medication that are uncomfortable and that suck. Weight gain, permanent weight gain, right? Very hard to lose weight when you're on steroids, prednisone for the rest of your life. So like there's a lot of like there's a lot of permanent things that, it's life-saving, and yes, you could go back to living a full quality of life if you get a transplant for the most part, but in the end it could affect you negatively too. So it's like, thank God they have it, but it's not fun. It's not an ideal situation that you want to be in if that's the case. It's a lifetime of medical, expensive medications. My mom always lived in fear that she'd lose insurance or something and then not be able to afford her medication that she needed to live. Okay. So like, it's a great thing, but it's also got its downfalls. It's not like it's not like, oh, I got a transplant, my life is back to normal 100%. No, it's not. It's never going to be back to normal. You have to take medication. You go through a lot, you try it. And some people, I mean, my mom was extremely lucky in the sense that like there was people in her transplant center that had to get like 4 or 5 transplants because they kept rejecting the kidneys. Thank God my mom never had any type of rejection issues, because some people do, like some people start rejecting and then they could kind of get them out of that, with medication adjustments and everything. But there's some people that like just fully go through rejection, so it's almost like they're going through kidney failure 4 or 5 times, and it's horrible. They got to go back on dialysis, they got to wait for another transplant, and it's crazy. My mom was extremely lucky in that sense where she didn't have to go through that, but not everybody's that lucky, especially if they have other conditions like, diabetes or lupus or, other factors in there. But, it could happen. I mean, but what are you going to refuse a transplant? If you had a donor that's sitting there and they're like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to give you cancer, a kidney. Do you think how stupid would it have been if my aunt donated her kidney, and my mom would have been like, you know what, I don't want to take your kidney. Keep your kidney. I don't want to take it. I don't want to live for my kids. Think about how stupid she would have been. She had another 25 years of life after that, which could have been longer had she fucking taken even better care of herself after that, I mean, so there's a no-brainer there, Laura. There's a no-brainer there. But yeah, dialysis is, no, it's not like life support. I wouldn't go that crazy, Purple Rain. I mean, in a sense, but you could still live a normal life and be on dialysis. When you're on life support, you can't. You're stuck to the machine 24 hours a day. Yeah, my mom still worked a full-time job on dialysis, okay? And still had a life. Was she tired and shit? Yeah. But she worked full-time. She never took a day off from work unless she was in the hospital, So I mean, it's rough. I'm not gonna say it's not rough. You got to watch what you eat, your diet and everything, but like it's life-saving, and you could still have a life and do dialysis. And then my sister did hemodialysis, which was like even in some ways easier. I mean, she had to do everything herself, which I don't know if I would like doing, and she had to have this like port in her stomach, which is not the best. But she did it while she was sleeping at night, and then woke up the next day and still lived her normal life. I mean, it's taxing and it's not fun, but the ultimate goal is to not have to be on dialysis forever. It's to get a transplant, for most people. So it is, no, there's a quality of life. I don't agree with that. I mean, Purple Rain, just I don't want to argue with you, but I'm just saying, like, I went through it with my mom. Like, it's, you know, there's a quality of life, better than feeling sick all the time and dying from kidney failure, which is not fun. That's not a easy, it's not a fun death either. You're going to basically dying of like a poisoning if you don't do that, and it's not quick. I mean, it's somewhat quick, but it depends on how bad your kidney function is at that point. But I mean, I've heard a lot of stories. It is life support. Well, yeah, it is in a sense. It's a form of life support, but it's not like the life support that you're on, right? When you're on real life support, you're basically brain dead in some cases, right? And you can't get out of bed. You can't disconnect from that machine ever, okay? Because the second they disconnect it, you're dead. It's a form of life support because it does keep you alive, but it's not a, you could still have a life and do that at the same time, is what I'm saying. Well, nobody's happy about it, but I'm in a group where the percentage of people that are happy with it isn't large. Yeah, but you don't know what those people's situations are either. I mean, trust me, it's not like fun by any stretch of the imagination, but some people have a harder time depending on what else they got going on. A lot of the people that are on dialysis to begin with have multiple medical conditions. They have diabetes, they have lupus, so they got other shit going on too. So you got to look at that. Not everybody just had, like my mom's situation, she just had kidney failure, so that was her only real medical issue that she was dealing with. But other people have other things. They have diabetes, they have lupus, they have autoimmune diseases. that cause kidney failure, and they're dealing with the other symptoms of that and the dialysis on top of it. So there's a lot of people choosing not to do it. Well, that's a personal choice that you got to make on your own. You can't, like, that's a choice though. I mean, really it is. You got to choose whether you want to do that or not, because it is a big choice. It's a very big choice to do that. It's a commitment, but if the end goal is getting a kidney transplant afterwards, then there is, you if you want to live, right, and that's the end game is getting a kidney transplant, then there's not much of a choice there. You're just going to have to do it. It's a temporary situation until you could get to the next step. So it really depends. There's so many different factors. In Laura's case, I don't really feel like she has a choice, dude. I mean, she shouldn't even have a choice. She should just do it. It's going to give her peace of mind, but not only her, it's going to give her kids peace of mind, and that's probably the most important part. Is it a guarantee that cancer is not going to return? No, but you know what? It's greatly increasing the chances that it won't return with a vengeance. So type 1 diabetic and the other autoimmune doctors watch my kidneys like a hawk. Yep, my dad is also diabetic. He's already been through kidney cancer. I'm scared of something like that happening too. Yeah, that is very scary. I know a girl who is my age, 35. She's been on dialysis since she was 26. She has three times a week. My heart breaks for her. Yeah. I know people that have been on it for like 10, 20 years, dude, and I don't know how they do it, but they've been on it. It's like, I mean, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. It sucks. But if, it's life-saving at the same time. So that is, it is different, dude. You got to look at, in Laura's situation, doing chemo is a lot different because, she's just, it's only going to help her in her situation, right? It's going to suck for a very short period of time. Because again, my sister, right, when she had to go on dialysis because she wasn't taking care of her blood pressure, she wasn't taking her medication that she was supposed to. It's another reason why people's kidneys fail. She had to go on dialysis and she had to go on a transplant list. And she had to wait for a kidney. And it took 6 years. I'm not really sure why that is. I have a feeling I know why, which I won't get into, but it took 6 years for her to for them to find a donor. When you go on a list, you're prioritized basically, so I don't know how they prioritize you, but they do it. So you go on a list from a cadaver, somebody that has to die for you to get a kidney, and she was on it for 6 years. But there, like my mom's case, my mom was extremely lucky where she had, a year on dialysis, and then, her sister donated a kidney. She was very lucky. So I will stick around as long as I can without being hooked to a machine. Yeah, it does suck. I'm not going to say it's fun in any way, but, if you want to live and you want to get to the next step, if there is a possibility of getting to the next step, then that's what that's what you got to do, unfortunately. And it sucks, but it's, you have to make that decision and cross that bridge when you get there. So I'm not buying what you're selling. Hold on. Still not buying what you're selling, Laura, almost, but not quite. Yeah. That's why there's a 5-year mark. They're not dumb and know what they're doing. The medical industry is not about saving lives. Well, yeah. Another grift going on. I mean, this shit happens every chat. Sorry, but I'm tired of people asking for money on here. Why? Who's asking for money? If people are begging for money on here, it's the last thing I'm gonna give them. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Laura, you need to stop being so stupid. I mean, I again understand your reservations about losing your hair and things, temporarily not looking yourself, but like you also had reservations about getting a lumpectomy, right? And you went through that. it's a temporary situation to help you in the end. So, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what she's thinking. I really don't. Who is asking for money though, Celia? Hold on. Let me go back. I wouldn't get chemo radiation if I didn't have to. It does way more harm than good. That is a fact. It destroys your own cell's immune system. So if it does come back, it will return with a vengeance. I mean, science says otherwise, but it depends, girl. You know, it depends on all the factors that are. I know plenty of people that have gotten it because when they were at an earlier stage of cancer and then they've lived normal lives afterwards, you know? So it all really depends on your chemistry. You know, you got to think about it like, yeah, moderator, I did see that actually. The clip where MGL is getting turned off. Maybe we should watch that and just fucking change the subject here because it's depressing. But I think I have somebody sent it to me. Hold on. Let me go in my text so it'll show up in my history. Yeah, she got fucking told off, which is refreshing to hear because you know that it don't happen all that much. You don't get told off quite too often. So hold on a second. All right. So when she does, we gotta see it. All right. Go ahead. Go out and eat your ice chunks, Ovi. Come on, out. Out. You little rabbit. All right, hold on. All right. Oh, shit. It was right there. All right, whatever. We'll just click on this. Yeah, so I have no idea who this person is, but it is fun to see her getting told off. Younger people could get away with it as their cells will regenerate fast. Laura's 250. 52 years old. It won't be simple or easy. Chemo will do way more harm than good. She's a smoker too. Yeah, but Karma, I mean, Alicia's only a couple more years younger than her, right? She's almost 50. And she's fine. You know, I'm not fine, but I'm just saying, like, she's recovering. The 2 years isn't gonna make all that much of a difference. Okay. They're just shit. Hold on. All right. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I mean, it might be a little harder on her, but she'll get through it. She'll get through it. I don't know. Whatever. It's her choice, right? At the end of the day, I just like there's a lot of factors that go into play. She's kind of lucky. That's all I'm saying is that she has a chance, okay, to temporarily be sick or and there's a lot of misinformation out there about cancer and shit on the internet. So there's a lot of misinformation out there. What you should do is read medical reports and scientific studies over, people on the internet that are like, yeah, I changed my diet. I took a horse pill and it cured my cancer. You know what I'm saying? Don't fucking read that shit. Look, it's not great for you, but if it could prevent it from coming back and dying of cancer, dude, trust me, you don't want to die from cancer, dude. Cancer sucks, okay? It's fucking horrible. Dying from cancer. So anyway, all right, enough about cancer. I'm fucking done talking about cancer, dude. It's fucking depressing to talk about it. So I have no idea who this maybe girl is. Does anybody know the backstory on this? How these two got hooked up with each other? Like where is this girl from? And then how did she end up meeting her? Because that I don't fucking know. So all I know is this girl told her off and it was fucking amazing. Okay. All right.
It must hurt that people are saying that you're begging for the money.
Absolutely don't care.
I think a part of you, listen, I believe that, a lot of times I don't care what the internet says too, but I think that a part of you does care.
Everybody knows that that's not true, but okay. Okay.
That you a little bit control. Am I
I
right?
absolutely don't care.
You don't care that you lost control over the situation?
I haven't lost control of anything. I'm very much in control of my life, very much in control of everything that I do.
Well, then there's nothing else to. If you believe that you're completely in control, then I'm absolutely wasting my time. Right?
Oh, okay. I don't know what a life coach is, so
Why
I help.
did anybody ask? That's all right. See, that's why I kind of wish I knew the backstory here. Hold on, let me look up this person's channel. Let's see what let's see what's going on there. Because hold on, because is it May? How do you spell it? Hold on, May Bay. It's really spelled May Bay. So I thought it said maybe at first. All right, May Bay. Oh, I think I spelled that wrong again. May Bay. Let's see what is it. May Bay Life? Is that the person? Is that who is this? No.
what up, everybody? What up,
This can't be. If this is the person, this can't be. May Bay Life. They have 181,000 subscribers. Hold on a second. Let me see if they have. It's hard to tell because I'm trying to go in there. Let's go in their live streams and see if their profile picture is the same on any of the live streams. No, they go on camera a lot, so it's kind of hard to tell here. I don't know if this is the same person, but if it is, they have 181,000 subscribers. Spelled the same. I don't know how many people would spell Maybay that way, but all right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who this person is, but yeah, it looks like it can be the same person. It's kind of hard to tell because that picture is very obviously photoshopped. But so, okay, I know nothing about this person. Nothing. I don't know what their backstory is, but how the fuck did these two get together? It is the same chick. All right. It is. All right. How the fuck? So, like, MGL just volunteered herself to be a life coach of this girl. Okay.
Women, I help them. I help them.
help them do what?
Who has she helped? Anybody? Anybody?
I help them with every aspect in their relationship.
Like what?
Everything, anything.
That's what I'm asking. Give me an example. You can't. Okay, so look, if I'm coming to sell you a car, I can't just say the car is everything. You know what I'm saying? I have to be able to say, look, this car has automatic seats, automatic windows, has a sunroof, it has this, that, and the third. So what I'm asking you is, because I don't know nothing about a life coach. You said you wanted to life coach me, so I'm asking you, what?
Wait. Did she just like contact this girl and offer up her fucking life service, like life coaching services? Is that what we're dealing with? Oh yeah.
Is it that you do?
Okay, so
She helped you, Mama Bear? How'd she help you? I'm like seriously curious because I have not heard her actually helping anybody. Oh, you're kidding. All right.
What is a life coach?
I help women reach their goals. I help women.
How do you do that?
I observe. I have a lot of experience.
That's a really funny answer to that question. I observe. How does that help people? I have a lot of life experience. Girl, you sit in a you have no work history. What life experience do you seriously have to offer to anybody to life coach them? That would be like me life coaching somebody. Like I don't feel like I have enough knowledge and experience to fucking tell other people how to set goals when I can't even fucking accomplish my own goals sometimes. I mean, what goals has this woman accomplished in her life that she's fucking in a position to be counseling other people on how to reach their fucking goals? I don't know. I would say like somebody like Bill Gates, that would be a good life coach, right? He's rich. He's accomplished things in life. You know, I would want him as my life coach, but you I don't know what you've accomplished that you feel like you're in a position where you could life coach people. I mean, you failed even just at YouTube.
traveled the world. I've lived
No, I'm saying, how do you help them reach their goals, though? You said you help women reach their goals. How do you do that?
by supporting them, helping them identify what the problem is, and helping them change that. So long
How about encouraging them? That's a great answer.
as they identify and they're honest with what the problem is, you
I can't believe here we are 5 years later, 6 years later, and she's still trying to sell this life coaching thing. I mean, she's got to be fucking kidding me. What? Give us one success story. You know, give us an example. That's basically what this girl's asking for right now. Specific example of who you've actually helped in a situation. Who and what? What did you do to help them?
you haven't gotten to that point where you can honestly say, you know what, Marissa? That's my name, Marissa. It's not mine. Marissa, I can't fucking believe this, but yes, I was at the top of my fucking game at one time, and now I'm fucking not, and I don't know what to fucking do, and now I'm fucking panicked.
Oh, see, that's the difference. That's not true at all. So what I would tell you is, Marissa,
Say that. Why can't you?
what I would say is, Marissa, I was at the top of my game. I lost it by default, you know, and I'm building it again. That's what I'm saying. I'm rebuilding right now. I'm not out of control. I'm not none of that. I'm rebuilding.
You can't rebuild if you don't have a plan. Right now,
What do you mean I don't have a plan?
you have a plan. You have zero plan because right now
What do you mean?
you're asking, you're hoping and leaning on everybody's generosity. You're looking at the phone and saying, "Hey, this is what I need to keep me afloat."
Is that all I'm doing? Or am
Is it? Wait a second. I'm very confused. Is that not what she does? Is that not what she does? I would love to know if this maybe Bay person, I'm like, I can't talk, has like any prior knowledge of her. Cause like, yeah, girl.
I simply telling them, wait a minute, let me finish. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Can you hear me?
That's part of the plan. I think you're a little better than that.
Can you hear me talking to you or no?
I want you to understand that you are the
You
golden
must not be able to hear me.
house. You are the golden goose in that house, and you need to get it to.
Okay. So I don't know if she can hear me or can't, or she's just being rude at this point and talking over me.
She's probably just being rude and talking over you. If I had to guess, you know. Oh Lord.
So I muted her because this is the thing. If we're having a conversation, let's not let it get ugly here, okay? Because you came here cool, I came cool. I'm not tripping. So if we're talking, let's talk as grown adult women. Let's not do that over talking each other. Let's not do that. That's tacky, and that's not what we're here for. A life coach shouldn't even be aggressive in any shape or form, right? So
Hallelujah. 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 It's about time somebody fucking told her this shit.
this is what I'm saying to you. I've lost control of nothing. Have I lost income? Absolutely. Did I go from the top to now I'm at the bottom, starting over? Absolutely. Don't say I don't have a plan. You've never even asked me what I'm doing. Nor does it even matter to you, really, because you've already made the assumption that it is, you think you know, and you don't know, you know? Because, see, baby, the reason why I asked them to help me reach a goal of $100 a day, nobody can hear you. So I muted you until I'm done, because I think it's rude to speak over me, because I didn't speak over you at all. I gave you every bit of, respect since you've been up here, and I did. So I asked them to help me reach a goal if they want me to be here. I simply said I can move to another platform, and I will if I don't get my goal. My supporters don't want me to leave Facebook. They don't want to go to another app. That's their choice, and they'll tell you themselves. Okay? They want me to be here. So I said, well, if y'all want me to be here, it's got to be worth it for me. So at least $100 a day is worth it for me to be here still. In your opinion, maybe it's not. It doesn't matter what you think, honey. This is my life, not yours. So if my people say that that's what they want from me, then that's what I'm going to do. You can put your thumb down, put your thumb up, stick it up your butt. I don't give a damn what you do with
it. She might enjoy that. Oh, this is great.
At the end of the day, it is what it. I got a house too. What does that mean? So,
what does this have to do with her, though? Why does she even fucking care? Like, I'm so lost. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yours is paid for. Congratulations. See, I'm not a hater. And I'm not an evil person either. And I'm not mean to people for no reason. Nor do I gloat and be like, oh, mine's paid off. Congratulations. Congratulations, honey. Congratulations.
Yeah, her house is paid off by her husband though. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's paid off, I highly doubt that. But if it is, it's paid off by her husband. She didn't pay that house off.
Congratulations. Yours is paid off.
She's muted and she's still fucking talking right now. She's still talking. Unbelievable. Nothing's changed, as we can see, guys.
I'm not in debt. That's not what I'm saying. You're getting incredibly defensive. I told you. You said that you did have a plan. Your plan was
I do have one.
Uber. You were in an Uber, and my heart broke. You're not supposed to be sitting in an Uber. And the thing is for you to go to another platform, that's not going to work. You need to go back to doing what it was in your heyday, but you keep saying, I don't want to.
Girl, like I said, once again, you don't know my plan because I've been talking about it for the past week. And you can ask any of my followers where I said, I'm getting back to who I was. I got to go back to the basis of where I started from. I said that, but you didn't listen. So, or you didn't hear it or whatever the case may be. But anyway, go ahead.
I just think that you need to go back to doing what it was.
You're not telling me nothing that I'm not already doing, though. So, go ahead.
No, it's not working. Maybe you need to go back.
What do you mean it's not working? I just started doing it again. What are you talking about?
All right, so then you have everything figured out. So then why don't you go buy back your Versace robes, right?
I still have one. I still have one, honey. I still have one. Matter of fact, I still have the most expensive one. I still have it. Still have my Versace shoes. Still have jewelry. Still have all of that. What do you mean?
Versace's tacky.
In your opinion.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It definitely is.
Well, that's your opinion.
But it really is. It's kind of tacky.
Well, that's what you feel. In your white world, that's what you feel.
It really is.
That's what you feel.
Just, you know what? Maybe, like, this isn't a competition. It just isn't.
Well, you're the one throwing up Versace like, oh, it's a preference, honey. It's a preference. Some people like it, some people don't.
Exactly.
Yeah. But just,
That's your opinion. How can you be a life coach and try to tell somebody what's this and that?
What the fuck was she doing at the Versace mansion though, right? She had to make sure she went there, remember? When she was judging the fuck out of everybody's outfits? Because she was like because she looked so much better than everybody else that was at the Versace mansion. Ay. This woman. Oh God. She is like a fucking cancer. Speaking of cancer, this woman is a fucking human cancer to society. She is a human cancer to society as she sits there in her fucking pajamas telling everybody else how to live. Girl, bye.
People like what they like. You're not acceptance of people. You're very judgmental. Very much.
Oh, yeah.
hey, so are you?
How? No, I'm not. I'm not judging nobody.
I think you are. I think you're judgmental. Absolutely.
Who am I judging? I don't get on nobody's page, nobody's panel, and ever be like, oh, you know what? You go buy back your Versace. That's ugly. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that, honey. I don't do that. I haven't even been talking about nobody, period. But I gave you your clout that you wanted. I gave it to you. And I'm going to tell you this. Don't ever in your life threaten my kid, though. I'm going to tell you that.
What?
And I mean that from the bottom of my soul. Don't you ever in your life, ever threaten my daughter. Ever in your life. Never do that. You heard what I said.
Wait, whoa. What the fuck happened here? Dude, this bitch, much like Laura, just fucking loves to find trouble. No matter where the fuck she goes, she's got to find a target and she just finds trouble. No matter where she goes, dude. She looks for it. She actively seeks out fucking trouble and fights with people that she don't even need to fucking be involved in right now. Unbelievable.
Say what you would have did. You wouldn't have did nothing. Period. You know what I'm saying? You're disgusting and you wouldn't have said none of that shit to my daughter's face, period.
Whoa.
Like I said, at the end of the day, Miss Lady, I get you flunked, you failed, you're disgusting, and you and your white way of thinking, talking about Versace's disgusting. Where's your Versace? Where's your name brand? Where is it?
I'm fucking Ford.
I don't give a fuck what you got. Where? Oh, that makes it better? Tom Ford is better?
Much. Absolutely.
In your opinion, girl. In your opinion.
What you do is way worse.
In your opinion. But you had your, look, let me tell you something. you had your Cash App on your page too.
Oh yeah.
You have your Cash App posted. So what's the difference of me having mine posted? What's the difference? How are you better than me when your Cash App is pinned? Your Cash App is pinned, your PayPal's pinned. You ain't no better than me. You ain't no better than nobody. You got thin
Preach. Preach.
fucking hair just like me.
Oh.
You wear your glasses down your nose. We can't even see your eyes. Girl, don't get started with me.
Oh boy. Don't. Whoa. Ah! 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 Don't do that. Girl, put them glasses back on. Put them glasses back on.
Stop it. You're not like a bomb ass looking female at all.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Are
At
you?
all.
Are you?
Bitch, I'm beautiful. Bitch, I'm beautiful. And am,
I'm glad that
and am, absolutely am. And my daughter's beautiful too. So keep your little dirty lips up off my kid. How about that?
your little
How
potato
about it?
face,
Coach that. Fuck you, bitch. How about that? How about it?
potato face,
How about it, bitch? How about it, bitch? How about it, bitch? You look like you shit up heroin. Shut up, bitch. Period.
Garbage pail kid.
Well, bitch, why you wanted to pay me though? You wanted to pay me. You stupid bitch. You look like, and you would get slung anywhere. You can't do shit to nobody, period. Like I said, you ain't no life coach. You a weak ass bitch looking for clout. I hope I helped you get some. Everybody go follow this stupid bitch.
Wait, does anybody know what platform this happened on? Like, was this on? I don't know. It looks like they're on StreamYard, but like, was this on the girl's channel? Was it on Facebook? Because I have no idea what's going on with this bitch these days. I ain't been paying attention, so I have no fucking idea what her life is all about. But
Go follow this bitch. Everybody go follow her. You got your clout now. Get the fuck up off my page, bitch. Don't speak to me no more or about me. Make sure you use other people's content to get paid. You're like everybody else. Bye, bitch. See ya. It is.
Oh, that was fucking great. Is there like a longer version of this? I need to see it. Well, I guess that was it, right? Like, what happened before this? This is on Savage's page, by the way, just to give Savage some credit. Who clipped it here? Let's see if there's a little extra. Read all about it. MGL got her ass handed to her. Oh shit. It's about time. But you know what? Oh, fuck this.
That person, I don't care what type of person she is.
Oh,
I don't care.
hold on. It looks like this is before she came up. Fuck, I hate playing Wendy V, but fuck you, bitch. All right, we're playing it.
You know what I'm saying? She can be whoever she is. I allow people to be who they is. I don't cast judgment on everybody else like everybody else do, but I did see her saying some things about my daughter I didn't like. You know what I'm saying?
Why is she talking about this woman's kids? Like, why? Why? God damn. I'm really curious to know how this all manifested. You know, how did this all come to be? What was the come to Jesus moment?
So as long as she tread lightly when she come on here about my daughter, we did it. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. I don't even know who she is. Girl, leave me alone, Amy.
Pajama
Amy.
prophet.
Amy, come here. Let me tell you something. Leave me the fuck alone. Period. And that's that. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to change my life. I'm trying to be better. You feel me? So I'm interested in talking to her. I mean, if she says she want to coach me, I ain't never had no life coach. You know, I raise myself, coach myself, pat myself on the back. She want to give me a high five or what? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, honey.
I wonder if this is the before.
Oh, push the link, Molly. Push the
Okay,
link.
so this is the before. So we're gonna catch the before. Thanks, Wendy V. By the way, fuck you.
And you got to get off your live, though. You can't do it on live. You have to get off live. Just like you came on my other live, you got to come on this live. Push the link or copy, paste it in your Safari browser and come on up here. She's a life coach. And she wants to life coach you. I'm asking, what's up? Coach me. Anyway, I'm not worried about that. She couldn't tell me whatever she got to say. She couldn't tell me herself. Whatever she feel like she needs to say about my daughter, my wife, my dog, my whatever. She could come tell me. I ain't even mad at old girl. I don't even know her. She said she want to coach me. I ain't never been coached before in my life.
I've never been
I'm
coached.
gonna see what that's about.
Okay.
Is that like counseling or something?
Could you imagine trying to like force your fucking services on like random strangers on the internet? Like, you know what I'm saying? A life coach is a very like specific thing that people seek out. It's not something that you could sell to people, basically, like a fucking candle, right? Like you need to like want a life coach and then you get one. You don't just like force your fucking life coaching on people that, you know, unsuspecting people that don't actually want your life coaching services. Like this bitch is delusional anyway. I mean, and always has been, because I mean, nobody needs her fucking life coaching services. Holy shit, I just realized I have green cement stuck to my nail. That kind of looks like a little leaf. All right.
The link, I just dropped it, Molly. Because I'm gonna call you Miss Molly.
I wonder if she even knew who
The
she
link been
was
dropped, honey.
prior to this.
Link is dropped over and over and over and over.
Hmm.
One thing I ain't gonna do is come up here and play on your top. I'm gonna drop that link like it's hot. You can't see it, maybe you should go out and come back.
Kind of sounds like Queen Bee almost, right?
Again. She can't even coach her own life. Oh shit.
Who said that?
I don't know her.
All right, so they don't know each other.
She
which
found
is
the link.
a little
How come y'all said that y'all didn't see the link and she found it? I see her. This her with black glasses on, right?
Yeah, that's her.
This is her? Or is this somebody faking like it's her?
Oh no, that's her. That's her.
It's me.
Okay.
Nice
Hold
to
on
meet
real quick. Hold on real quick. Let me connect my AirPod. Now let's see. Say something so I can see if I hear you.
I'm Molly Golightly. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Now
What's
I
up
know.
now?
Okay, so you don't know me, and I believe that you definitely don't know me.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about you.
Okay, that's totally okay.
She's like, I believe that you definitely don't know me, like, because you know it's so hard to believe that people don't know her because she's such a celebrity. Aye.
Okay, but I'm not here for any of your subscribers, but all my subscribers.
All right. See, like when you have to say that right there is a big tell that that's probably why you are there, in fact, because why would you even have to say that? Why would that be the first fucking comment to come out of your mouth? I'm not here for your subscribers or anything. That's not why I'm here. I mean, if that's what you think, that's not why I'm here. It's like, okay, girl, just sure.
Subscribers here know you. So you already got one mine. So you got their attention and you got my attention. I don't hate you, and I never said I hated you. Actually, what I said was I would be willing to pay you in order to life coach you, because I just found you about a month ago.
What?
I noticed that you were on top of the world at one point, and right now you are experiencing.
What exactly is on top of the world in her fucking life? What? Making money, having designer shit? Does that make you on top of the world in her world?
A very concerning decline. Am I correct?
Yeah, I've been declined a long time ago, though. I'm actually at a standstill, but go ahead.
Well, I'm going to say that I don't take any sort of pleasure in watching that. I know that some people do, and I actually really don't. I think that is really bothersome, and I understand that, like myself, you probably came from nothing like I did, and you probably got caught up, I'm sure, and I understand that in the height of.
And you probably married a rich, nerdy fucking guy like I did. Oh, whoops, sorry.
Your popularity, you experienced a lot of trauma with your younger sister, I believe.
My older sister.
Yeah, and I heard that a lot of people really looked up to you and adored all the amazing things that you did for her. Correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I commend you for that. I've never heard any negative. I've never heard anything negative ever said about you when it came to your, I guess, your first marriage, Ivan. You were
from what I understand, they loved the way that you loved your sister and took care of her, and they were quite intrigued with um, your polyamorous lifestyle that you know, got yourself into. You know, and you know what it is it's out of the norm, and that's what draws in a crowd. So with you being
So I'm gonna try doing that. Oh, whoops, sorry. Thinking out loud.
overly confident in your skin, you're dancing around in a bikini, you have a talent.
Did she just say you're overly confident in your skin? Is that a real thing? You're overly confident in your skin. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Of taking your ass cheeks and lifting them up. I can't do that. I think that's wonderful.
You need to have ass cheeks to be able to do that, girl. You don't have them.
I can't do something like that. That I have to say, I was pretty grossed out with the struggle macaroni and cheese when we whipped out the mayonnaise. I thought I was going to throw up all over myself. But yeah, you have shock value. And that is exactly what I thought.
Do you know what mayonnaise is?
Do I know what mayonnaise is? Yes, it's a horrible thing. Yes.
Do you know what it is? What it's made out of?
Oil and egg.
And that's a binder, correct? Eggs are binders.
It's a horrible thing. And you overcook the pasta, mate.
My macaroni and cheese be slamming, honey.
Overcooked it.
So
it's gonna be too pasty. You gotta.
no, it's not. When I put it in the oven, it's good. You can't tell me you didn't taste it. But anyway, next, go ahead.
Yes.
Next.
I'm not a big fan of your cooking.
Tomato.
Well,
Who gives a shit?
But see, this is the thing. I'm not a cook. I say every day I don't like cooking. Period. I don't give a damn about cooking at all.
Well, then I guess you know what? Then I guess I'm gonna eat my words and say I guess it's a good thing that you take the family out to eat.
Yeah, I can cook though. Whether you know it or not.
Well,
Everybody does things differently.
Why the fuck is this bitch always concerned about what everybody else is fucking eating? Why the fuck do you care? Does this shit affect your fucking life? No, bitch, you clearly been eating. And this is a takeout fucking Uber fucking eats queen over here telling other people about their fucking food. Get out of here. Jeez.
Don't judge other people.
all right. Well, you want to know something? I'm not trying to judge. I just noticed that I think that it's a tragic thing to see the decline that you're experiencing right now. And
It's life.
when well,
I was like, no,
I'm just
not
gonna say
saying it.
that
What are you doing over there?
there, I know that it must hurt that people are saying that you're begging for the money.
Absolutely don't care.
I think a part of you, listen, I believe that, listen, a lot of times I don't care what the internet says too, but
A lot
I
of
think that
times.
a part of you does care that you.
Okay, so this is pretty much where we started listening before. So we got a little bit of the backstory, but bitch, why are you trying to? Yeah, you're just a clout chaser. All right. We're just gonna put that out there. You're just chasing the fucking clout, girlfriend, because no part of you should even give a shit about any of this. It's not your life. It's not, this woman don't seem to care about the same things as you do. I mean,
A little bit control. Am I
I
right?
absolutely don't care.
You don't care that you've lost control over the situation?
I haven't lost control of anything. I'm very much in control of my life, very much in control of everything that I do.
Well, then there's nothing else to. If you believe that you're completely in control, then I'm absolutely wasting my time. Right?
Oh, okay. I don't know what a life coach is, so
I help women. I help them. I help them.
help them do what?
I help them with every aspect in their relationship.
Like what?
Everything, anything.
That's what I'm asking. Give me an example. You can't. Okay, so look, if I'm coming to sell you a car, I can't just say the car is everything.
great. We don't need to listen to this whole thing again. I just kind of wanted to see if there was a little bit more of the backstory here. So she's basically just offering her fucking janky life coaching bullshit to the woman who's not even fucking wanting it. Okay, we got you, girl. We got you. AKA just clout chasing, because I mean, what other reason is there for you to do this? To get up on somebody with this many, why don't you try to help people who are really fucking down if you really want to life coach somebody for free? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You really want to pay somebody so you could life coach them and bring them back. And why don't you help somebody that's really down? hold on. Maybe send a link I sent to you on your phone, I believe. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I gotta get off her next week because I have to do a couple of things. But girl, you need to stop. Oh Lord. Oh, what in the world is going on there? Oh, we gotta go to Facebook. Oof, I don't want to do that. Oh, look at this. Hashtag Maybay, hashtag Janelle, hashtag Dre McCrae. She's still harassing Dre McCrae, huh? Oh, this is
muted.
Oh, I hate watching videos on Facebook, dude. I'd rather fucking what in the goddamn hell? Yeah, that's way too long. I am not. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is too long. I can't even tell because you can't fast forward. Oh Lord. Reacting to Facebook influencers. Okay, so I take it she must have found this woman on Facebook. Oh God. No thanks. Not watching that. No offense. I don't have time to stream the whole thing, and I ain't fucking watching on Facebook. I hate watching videos on Facebook. Like they're. Oh, so I guess this idiot's been Facebook streamer now. Wherever you could get in, girl. Wherever you could get in, girl. Yeah, it looks like she's still harassing Dre because on Facebook on here, and I don't want to have to sign into my Facebook to watch this either. So randomly enough, all right, I don't go on Facebook all that much because I really can't stand Facebook. Like I just don't like it anymore. I signed in last night, all right, and I barely ever look at my notifications on there. I always forget. So I'm looking on my notifications and I see that my aunt that I haven't talked to in how many years, liked my business page. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So like clearly she's checking up on me, which is fucking weird. But I was like, huh, interesting. Like, I feel like she wanted me to know. She was kind of like checking up on me. Because why else would you? Unless she accidentally hit the like button while she was like stalking my life out. But I was like, girl, bye. Go. Girl, bye. It's pretty interesting. You can fast forward just hard to find. Yeah, but I don't want to have to sign into my Facebook page on here because it'll dox my life out. And I'm not really looking to do that. She's an ultimate clout chaser for her new Facebook platform. Oh, so okay. So she's live streaming on Facebook. I didn't even know you could do that. I mean, I knew you could do it back in the day, but then I heard that they don't allow it anymore at some point in time. I thought, I don't know. My cousin, I don't know. I could have sworn she said that they didn't do it, but maybe it was something else. I would love to do a party with you. Ooh, that would be good. I'm down. Yeah, she's the ultimate clout chaser. She will chase that clout until, forever. She will. Yeah, that would be awesome. Now is a good time to marry a wealthy guy, but make sure he doesn't have any family that will take every single thing away from you when he passes. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's where she's streaming from these days. I thought she was on Rumble. I've never seen that platform before, Rumble. I heard that's like where all the failed YouTubers go, to I heard a clip of her yesterday. I don't remember where I heard it. I think somebody screen recorded it, and they were saying she was like, I used to have 35,000 subscribers. Like, I thought it was a clip when she was talking to that woman. Oh, no. I'm sorry. It was who? Oh, I remember when it was. I woke up at 3 a.m. That's right. I woke up at like 3 a.m. last night to go to the bathroom, and I had my phone in my hand, and I seen Forgotten Whispers was live. That's right. And I turned it on for a second, my BFF. And I turned it on for a second, and she was playing her. I guess that video that you just sent me Purple Rain. She was playing that on her live stream. And she's like, I used to have 35,000 people in my side chat. And I'm like, no, you didn't, girl. You're kind of lying because you had 35,000 subscribers. Okay. Not all of them were in your side chat when you were, live. I would say out of the 35,000, the most you ever pulled was like, 600 at a time. Except for that one time, remember she went live and like Kobe Bryant died and a bunch of like troll accounts and shit started going in there. She had like 1,000 people in her chat. But to say you had 35,000 people in your side chat, girl, who you lying to over there? You lie. You a whole lie. You a whole lie. Yeah, and right, exactly. 500. If she had 600 in there, 599 of them were fucking just watching her because she's a fucking train wreck. Okay. So, yeah. She's like, I have 35,000 people in my side chat. I'm like, girl, you need to, that is not the fucking truth. So I don't know if that was on like her Kick channel, wherever, what's her name? My BFF Forgotten Whispers was streaming from. That's a joke, by the way. Me and Forgotten Whispers, we call each other besties because Laura said we were besties. And it's like, wow, that's a weird friendship we have. Like, I like Forgotten Whispers. I like her a lot, actually. But like, she's like, we don't talk. We don't even talk outside of YouTube, but somehow we're best friends, Like, I miss her chats a lot because she goes, live at 3 a.m. here. When it's 3 a.m. here, we live in 2 different time zones, so I missed a lot of her live streams. But like, we just joke around and call each other besties. So, because we both think it's like ridiculous that we are best friends just because we don't like Laura, apparently. But yeah, I mean, I was like, what the fuck? I wonder if Cork still feeds her. Oh, she loves giving her some snackage. She's like, here's something that's extra chewy and loud so we could hear your lips smacking together because I get off on that. I do. But yeah, Atomic Queef is now covering Shani Price's new makeup video. She's begging for money to buy wigs, makeup, and contacts to do the alien look. Yikes. But yeah, she's God. But yeah, she was trying to say she had like 35,000 people in her chat. I'm like, girl, you did not. And that's not even like, you're talking about a woman who has 181,000 subscribers and you're like comparing yourself to that. Like it would have taken her, it took her 5 years to get to that 35,000 subscribers, right? And God only knows. And wait, hold on. Let me go back. The bulk of those came from her using Chris Watts as a tool, right? That's when she went up. Because when I found her channel, she had 3,000 subscribers. She posts a video, something with the title of like Conversation with Frankie Rusek or Sandra Rusek, whichever one it was. And then all of a sudden, overnight, literally, she goes to like 20,000 subscribers because that case was hot at the time. And so she was using the family to gain clout. She used the Ruseks to gain clout. Okay. Then she stayed stagnant at that for years at that, that level, whatever, 20K. I mean, there was a time where she was only getting like 80 people in her chat or less. Okay. Then, because she left, she went to, what was that other thing? D-Live. Then she came back. Okay, she's like, I'm never doing true crime again. I just can't. It ruined my life. It ruined my entire life. I will never ever cover a true crime case again. Oh, hi, Dre McCrae. Hi, Summer Wells. So it's like, then that happened. She got, a couple thousand more subscribers from that. Then she used Dre McCrae and she went up again. And then she just completely shit the bed and lost her channel. So yeah, nobody believes you, girl. So like, how much longer, how many more tragedies would she have had to pimp off of until she got to like 100K is the question. Oh yeah, and then Kobe Bryant too. Yeah, she happened to be on TV. You're right, yes. Yes, none of those people continued watching her after that. They probably thought the same fucking thing that I thought when I found her channel during the Chris Watts case. I was like, what in the fucking big Ange is going on over here? What is this? What am I looking at? I swear to God, that was my first thought. What in the fucking big Ange from fucking Mob Wives is going on over here? Like, and I love Big Ange. Don't get me wrong. But when I first seen her, I was like, what am I looking at here? What exactly am I looking at here? It was like the same process all over again. It took me a second, to figure out what I was seeing. And I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure this is a woman with big lips. I think that's what I'm seeing here, God rest Big Ange's soul, because Big Ange is a shiznit. She's fucking way cooler. But I had that same, when I found her, I was like, whoa, what the fuck am I looking at here, dude? What is this? What is going on? Yes, R.I.P. Big Ange. I just sent my friend a meme with her because I love her so much. But yeah, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck? Like, Big Ange was just a good time. She was a happy, fun-loving, good time. But I am sure I'm not the only one that when they first seen her, they're like, there's a big girl, right? Who has a deep voice, and then there was thoughts there. There was thoughts like, what am I seeing? What I think I'm seeing here? So I had the same feeling when I found Molly Golightly's channel. Okay. I was like, oh, what the fuck is going on here? What is this? But then, yeah, she was magnetic. But then, Burn Hot Dog, I think it was just like the plastic surgery, the excessive plastic surgery. I mean, I was like, oh shit, whoa, hey, but anyway, I started listening to her and I'm like, oh, she sounds like she's got like a Long Island-y kind of accent. I wonder where she's from. So I left her comment. I'm like, oh, where you from? And then she left some like weird Jersey, like one word comment. And I was like, oh, all right. And then she started going live. And that's when I was like, fuck this woman up the ass. I was listening to like one of her live streams and I don't even remember exactly what she was talking about. Or I might have went back to one of her past videos. I don't even remember exactly. And she was like putting people down because they couldn't afford like Versace and whatever. And I was like, oh God, she's one of these fucking assholes. Bye. And then it wasn't until when she really flipped on the fucking I mean, she went from, making fun of Shanann Watts to and I'm no like Shanann Watts shiner, whatever you want to call it. But it was just that like you just showed me how inauthentic you are, right? Is that a word? You just showed me that you're not authentic, okay? By one day you're making fun of her and the next day you're contacting her family and using them for clout. Like you're like, how do you do that? How do you do that? So that's when I really decided this person's a fucking loser. Like she's just a clout chaser. And I ain't want nothing to do with her. Nothing to do with her. And then I was in a Facebook group at the time pertaining to the Chris Watts case. And other people had found her channel. And I was like, because sometimes when you're like, all right, I don't want to be a judgmental asshole, but I found this person and I'm like, ugh, like I'm like, they're an asshole, but I don't want to be like judgmental, I start seeing other people posting about her and how much they were like, what the fuck is wrong with this lady? And then I was like, okay, I'm not crazy, right? Other people are seeing what I see. Okay. And then, the rest is history there. The rest is history. Yeah, her scarf days when she wore the, what was it? Duran or some shit? I don't know. I forget the name of the fucking group. Scarf. When she was in the living room about fucking 45 pounds lighter, right? And actually used to like take care of herself somewhat. The dirty hair days with the at least her hair looks a little cleaner. I think Facebook gave her new life, maybe. At least she looks a little bit better, a little more cleaned up. I think she got way too comfortable. It's almost like when you get in a relationship, like when you first get in a relationship, you're like shaving your legs every day. You know what I'm saying? You always have your makeup done, when you first start dating somebody. And then like, a year later, you're like lucky if you shower every day. Like you're like, oh, fuck this, shave my legs. What? who wants to do that? You know, it's like that. I think she got that way with YouTube, where she was just like, I mean, I guess we kind of all do in a sense, but she went a little way too, like way too far. Because like me, I still somewhat care what I look like on YouTube, although I've come on here with no makeup on because it is what it is. I mean, I'm not here to try to fucking impress you guys with my stunning fucking looks or anything, you know? So it's like, but I mean, she was like disheveled, bro, like beyond disheveled. You know, she'd come on here completely disgusting. Her hair would be matted and fucking gross looking. And she would just come up here wearing the same clothes for 4 or 5 days in a row. You know, like, what, girl? No. Oh, yeah. Morrissey running from her was fucking hilarious. She was wearing a wetsuit live, for fuck's sake. Ugh. Everyone wants a good bag, but not for $25,000, $2,500. I read that wrong. Yeah, girl. I mean, look, I never had the money like that to buy. Well, I have at times in my life. I could have bought myself, right, an investment. And that's the only way I would look at it, as an investment piece, because, you know, if you invest in like a Chanel bag, it'll go up in value, you know, depending on which one it is. It'll go up in value and you could resell it. And I would look at it like that. But like, I would probably never use it because of that, you know, because I'd be like, oh, I destroy pocketbooks, you know. But like, I don't know, man. To me, it's just, if I had $2,000 right now to spend on something, you know what I would buy? I would buy myself a Glowforge, which is like a laser cutter. Like, that's every time I've ever gotten like amounts of money where I had extra money, I've always wanted to like invest it in something that can make me more money, you know, which I'm not saying like a bag isn't an investment. It kind of is. But, you know, she's not buying it for that reason. She's buying it because she wants everybody, you know, she wants to present a certain, you know, lifestyle. She wants people to think that she's got money and, you know, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, she did do a live sleeving. But that, I ain't about that life. I'm not. So, oh, that's what I bought yesterday. I can't remember what I bought at freaking Hobby Lobby. One of the things that I bought was the candles, the LED candles. I went there and they had a good deal on like the LED votive candles for my hands, my creepy hands statue, right? And I go to put it in there and I didn't like the way it was sitting in the hands. They were a little wider than the other one that I had. So I got to go return those. That's right. That was the other thing that I bought. That was a foul. So I got to go to Walmart and see if they sell a bundle of candles. And then if they don't, I'll have to order them online. So it's going to be a few more days until I put that on the website, because I just want to have that option there. All right. I have to pee so bad. So sorry about the TMI. I'm going to end this, but I can't hold it in anymore. It was lovely talking to you guys. I really didn't even mean to stay live this long anyway, but I will talk to you guys later. And I got to go run to Walmart. I totally forgot that I wanted to do that. So, all right, I'll see you guys. I don't even know what day it is, but I'll see you guys sometime again this week. Stay tuned. I'll let you guys know when I add, you know, stuff to the website. So I hope everybody has a good day. Laura, you really need to use your brain. All right, I'm out.